Green, green, green. Hello, we are in live broadcast.
Yes, hello, we are live broadcast. I'm Jonas Kuhn. This is Unitational.
And I'm Yoda.
So, Joni,
Yeah.
Glacier Racing is doing well in this lap situation, right? I'm excited.
Yeah, excellent. I'm very excited. I am trying to find a replay for guys. Have a look at it, but it might not work because I wasn't the car. The camera focus wasn't in our car, so there's a good chance that the replay is not working. But I'll try. Off track. What lap was it? My wreck. It was
lap
6.
7 or something. 6 or 7, yeah.
Lap 5 off track. 5.
Moi Joonas.
Lap 5. Yeah, moi Joonas. Trying to find a replay. I'm singing in the replay. I don't think it's this one. Oh yeah, it's this one. Here's what happened to me. Coming into turn 1, I wasn't even trying to challenge Alexander there. I was braking a bit earlier than usual to let him through. Now, all of a sudden my back end does a slight drift. I managed to correct it, but John Hall behind me couldn't react in time to slow down enough to avoid bumping me. And when he bumped me, it sent me spinning, and then the Mivano guy tagged my rear tire, which basically destroyed my suspension completely. So that was my incident. Then I think next one should be
our incident on the next lap.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them. That was mine, and then Joni Takanen's incident should be in the next.
Next lap.
Wait, did you sit in the car?
No, I didn't.
Might be this one. Yeah, it's this one. Here's what happened to Joni Takkanen. Let's have a slow motion of it. Watch in the foreground. Another replay. There we go. So. Here's a sight for sore eyes. So this is the blue car behind John Hall in the right Porsche, in the right rough is Joel Guess. Now he basically already at the turning point he decides to push between John Hall and the apex. Very, very smart move, mate.
Yeah, I think
Now basically John Hall doesn't have anywhere to go. He cannot possibly react at that stage anymore. So they go drifting, and now watch what happens to Takkanen.
Yeah, what happens to us is Joel Quest wrong.
Here comes Takkanen. Kaboom! And that pretty much destroyed the Glacier Racing best 3 car.
Yeah, it was
what about the Antti Pihlaja incident? It was before mine, I think.
Yeah, I think it was
just
right
before
lap
mine.
1 or something. I have no idea what happened to them. I just saw them on the pit lane and nobody else saw. I have no clue.
Antti Pihlaja, where is he? Antti Pihlaja. Session changed racing. I can't find it.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I was trying to scroll through the cars, maybe because my max cars was set to 20 or something, but I just couldn't find any incident. They were just sitting on the pit lane, so I have no clue what happened.
I have a data logger which records all the off tracks. So if he got an off track in that session during that DNF, I'll put the live motion for a while. Live event going. Currently Jake Sturgis leading, Wyatt Gooden in 2nd place, Jesus Cecilia in 3rd, Jorn Jens 4th, Joni Tormala in 5th. watching the
Dude.
battle for P3. BMW is actually proving to be a hell of a competitive compared to Road Atlanta this week.
Yeah, it's such a tight and twisted track that there's a lot of corners that suit them just right. I mean, I can imagine the BMW has a lot more grip on the front end due to the weight distribution and more downforce, so... And there's not really long straights in here. I mean, the back straight is kinda long, but even that is downhill, so... Some of the lost power is gained back here. So... We're apparently following the battle between Jörn Jens and the Dark Indigo Racing team of Jesus Cecilia for the third place, right?
Yeah. Jörn is really what can get by. I mean, in this track, the fuel saving fuel strategy is not that crucial. So people, if they really feel like they have a faster race pace, they really want to get by soon. And actually, now when they're coming to the turn 1, this is actually where William Levesque in the first race of the day actually passed, I think, close to a dozen cars. He used a wide line the entry here. Yeah, picked up a huge exit speed and just dove inside pretty much every single car type that there is. But Jordan is unable to do it this time. I actually found the replay, by the way. The reason I didn't find it was because Hagner, he's in the car right now. So it was in lap 1, and I have to find Joni Hagner. Joni Hagner. Oh no, wait. The reason why I can't see it is because Joni never got an off track. He stayed on the tarmac. Now I have to find someone who actually did go off track. Victor Nandes. Can I find Victor Nandes? Yep, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Turn 2 incident, which ended the race for the Glacier Racing 1 car. Damn it, give me the car, Hagner, there we go. So here's what happens. Traffic jam, 3 wide, slight tap to the rear. Antti goes. That was Antti Pihlai, by the way. The telemetry shows Hagner because he's in the wall in the car right now. But yeah, he goes sideways from the rear bump, and that pretty much the sideways bump from the secondary bump from the BMW destroyed the suspension of that car. So that's pretty much a game over in 6 laps for all the 3 Glacier Racing cars.
So that went well.
Yeah. Luckily, we had this week. We had good points for the first race, so the loss was not that dramatic. But if that had been like a second DNF in a row, that would have been really painful.
Then again, I'm looking at the replay. I don't know why you would go 3 wide here. I guess it was kind of forced there or something. But it's unfortunate when you find yourself in a 3 wide situation without really initiating it, and then the car on the inside goes a little bit wide, and you just try to follow the car on the inside rather than get as close to the car on the outside as possible. So
yeah, I think Pihlaja just he took a cautious route through turn 1, but then going to turn 2, I think he was trying to be cautious, but the traffic jam was so bad that it caught him by surprise. I'm not sure if it showed on the replay, but Antti actually tagged the BMW just slightly, a slight bump to the rear bumper at the turn 2 entry before he went 3 wide, so he had to dodge the BMW. So I guess Antti carried a little bit too much speed into turn 2 braking area. I mean, that's Antti's mistake, of course. You cannot, if there's a traffic jam, there's a traffic jam. You just have to get through it. Just try to cope your way around it, rather. But yeah, I don't think he intended to go 3 wide there, but he was pretty much out of choices once he realized that the braking is going to be what it is.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's really surprising Antti went there, you know, because there's traffic jam and all. And Antti should have enough experience to not to go there, but then again, it's also unfortunate. I mean, the guy on the inside did go a little bit wide also, so that's what caused the accident. I mean, what caused the situation was the 3 wide in first place, but what caused the accident was the guy on the inside just not holding right to the curb.
And we have a good battle going on for positions 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. We have 6-car train led by Rafael Di Paolo of Thrustmaster Vivano Black Team. The Vortex Sim Racing Blue car has been driven by Joel Guess, who is responsible for the Joan Hall incident in lap 6. And then the Panda Motorsports in P13 is being driven by Simon Povey.
Simon Povey.
Povey, yeah. And behind him is Marin Eskolak. I'm not sure about the team, but these 4 cars are really going at it. I mean, you have 2 McLarens, then the Rough, and then the BMW. And on paper, at least according to the first race of the week, which we had 10 hours ago, that race, according to that race, the BMWs are really flying on this track. The Rough is also competitive because in terms of, in a way that the Rough's tire consumption is not that bad, but McLaren, according to the Blackstone Racing and Glacier Racing 3 cars and the Glacier Racing 1 car, they all said that after like 15 laps, the McLaren really eats the tires. Unlike
Do you
the
want
BMW
my
and the
opinion
Rough.
of the McLaren? Since I've actually driven it.
I'm not sure if I want it, but go ahead.
It's bleeping terrible. It's absolutely terrible in here after, well, not after the first 15 laps.
The bleeping was absolutely unnecessary.
I know. I can say no divorce, I know, but I don't want to say that, so my mom told me it's rude. So, so anyway, yeah, it's horrible after like 45 minutes to 50 minutes of driving, and once it goes, it goes. I mean, the performance drops right off the cliff. So it's horrible, and it's so loose on the braking, it snaps on the braking.
Jordan really has a run now. Jordan really has a run now for P3. Rough
Whoa.
has the straight line speed, but is he gonna try the crossover now? Carries a good speed? No, he doesn't carry good speed. It was actually interesting to see how William Levesque managed to pull that kind of an exit speed out of the turn 1 with the BMW.
Yeah, I think their setup allowed them to do that, or he didn't use traction control for turn 1.
Yeah, might be. I mean, yeah, Jordan really seems to have a lot more pace than the Rough in front of him, the Jesus Cecilia Rough, but he just can't find a way around it because Rough escapes just enough on the straight lines that even though the BMW catches him on the brakes, the next few corners after the straight is so really hard to find a way past.
Whoa! Have you noticed that Jörn Jens just hit the grass on the braking? Just now. What a save.
Yeah, that was a slight twitch.
Yeah, I mean just a slight twitch, but that grass
just
is
look
slippery.
at how much more powerful the BMW is through these corners. I mean, he would be basically, if they would be ghost cars, he would be leading by 2 car lengths at this point. I mean, he really is able to open the power now. He might actually go for a turn last. No, he's not gonna go for the last turn.
No, last corner is really difficult to go too wide. But once the how is the roof like under power going to the last corner? Because there's a slight hump.
Drifts. Yeah, it drifts quite a bit.
There's a slight hump, so I was just thinking he might get a better exit of the last corner and just dive down the inside.
Really good run now. He actually might have a chance to dive in now.
No, he doesn't do it.
Oh!
Even though. Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
drifter.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was very close. I mean, very close proximity racing, braking, considering the Rough has to brake a little bit earlier than the BMW. Jens really took a bit of a gamble there.
Yeah, but then again, the Honda SimSport, Racer Honda SimSport number 18 car does say we brake for nobody in the rear bumper. Have you noticed that?
True.
Yeah. So they indeed do brake for nobody, but now they have to brake because they're behind Jesus Cecilia in the Dark Contigo racing team, and Jesus Cecilia is one of the finest hot lappers perhaps in this sim, in the GD cars. There can be many words that can be said about his racecraft, race intelligence, but his hot lap pace is immense. I mean, in a track where BMW and the Ford dominate, he was third on the grid.
Enzo?
Yeah, Enzo, but I said one of the finest. Of course, Enzo is, I said sim racers, not aliens, so yeah. Enzo is in a class of his own. Then there's a couple of other guys, the Sturgis brothers in the Inox Racing yellow car. Shout out to them, they're leading this race currently by a gap of 1.3 seconds to the Radicals Online GD3 number 1 car. So they did a really good qualifying and managed to outpace everyone else, pretty much. But yeah, Dark Contigo racing team managed to be, they were good already in Road Atlanta, where they were second in their qualifying, on the final race at least. And now they're third, and yeah. Too bad, last time, who was the other guy for Dark Contigo? Jesus Cecilia drove for 2 hours solo basically, and then he let his teammate drive for the last stint, and his teammate promptly put it in the wall on T5. That was a bit unfortunate.
Instantly.
Whoa, Jörn Jens is now really close to the back of Jesus. I mean, really close, trying to go for the wall.
He could actually force him on the bad line and then get an exit out of this corner. He does so, but is he gonna cross over? Come on, yes, go!
Yes,
Go!
Come on, Jörn!
Beautiful move. Finish it, baby. Yeah, dude.
Bit wide on the entry, turn two, side by side,
yeah,
going to the turn one.
Don't back up.
Don't back off.
Don't.
There he goes,
Beautiful,
wide.
baby, beautiful.
They don't touch it. Wow, what a defense from Jesus Sicilia there. How was he able to hold it
as long as Jörn has the outside line, he's able to force the rough to lift just a little bit. That was inches apart. I have to take another replay of that because I had a bad angle for that.
And he has a run on the main straight again. Goes on the outside, side by side, right to the line. Will it out to the inside? No. He breaks a little bit on the outside. Oh, almost touch going in the first corner. And he has the inside line now to turn number 2, but Jesus Sicilia drops by the inside and blocks the inside line.
He really has more pace.
Yeah, he really has more pace.
While waiting for the backstretch, I'll have a look at the instant replay of that one. And that was beautiful stuff.
Yeah, that was really beautiful. And once again, Jörn Jens going right to the side of the grass into turn number 3 and has a good pace coming into turn number 4. And if he exits, whoa, slideways.
This is the replay of what just happened. I mean, 2 wide through turn 5, 2 wide through turn 6, 2 wide through turn 7, 2 wide through turn 8. I mean, how much better than that can you get in Brands Hatch? I mean, you're talking about 4 inches between the tire and the grass, and if you touch that grass, it's basically a race over.
Yeah, and I was also impressed not only by Jörn Jens willing to push it in and keep it in here, but also Jesus Sicilia keeping his nerve. And
Jens wide!
Yeah, Jens wide, but he holds it.
Catches that.
Yeah. So Jesus Sicilia also holding his nerve, as I was saying, and being able to keep the position. I must say, I mean, both drivers did really well there. Jörn Jens for initiating the 2 wide and keeping it there, and also Jesus Sicilia defending in a car that is weaker around the corners, especially around the outside on those. I mean, those corners, especially the last one of the fast right-handers in there, is tricky enough driving low. Going too wide, I can't even imagine on that. I've tried to do it once. That was a different car, but still.
Yeah, I prevent basically 2 wide through 80. I would say 80% of iRacing's corners that you have on road tracks. I prevent 2 wide like competitively through pretty much 80% of corners. I can't remember when I would have gone 2 wide for like even 2 or 3 straight corners in Brands Hatch. That's while watching P18, by the way, Virtual Racing Yellow against Extreme Racing.
There's also, we have one Glacier back on the track, moving at glacial pace. It's only Hagen. Right now, number 33, he is 7 laps down, but
he has done that for half an hour now.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, he has.
Oh.
He started before we even came online.
Oh, okay. Well then. Still, I think, well, can you allow me to finish that sentence?
No.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna finish anyway, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish even if I have to finish on top of you. So, speaking of finish, who are the Finnish drivers we have here right now driving? Aside from the Glacier guys who are all Finnish, are out apart from the number 1 team. And then we have Joni Törmälä in the Ilex race in red. We also have, that's about it. We have Klaus Kivekäs is, I know, driving for the Honda Simsport, but he's not right now in the car. So it's really interesting going out and looking at it. Usually you see a fair amount of Finns in the top split, but right now there's not as many as in the earlier race. And also John Hall and Phoenix Motorsport Group with John Hall and Jonathan Fuller is out of the race, has been for a while, just confirming that in case someone's wondering how is the racing setup for room.
You want to take over for a few minutes? I have some stuff to do.
Okay.
I will follow the cameras. I mean, just talk about what's interesting. I will follow with the cameras, but I just can't focus on commentating right now.
Yeah, sure. So right now, who are interesting on track? I'm taking requests, but right now Marines Kolak and Simon Povia are battling for P number 12, the battle that we were following earlier before the epic 2-wide battle. Rafaela Adipalo, sorry, let me take again. Rafaele Adipalo is driving right now in BP number 11 in Crossmaster Ivano Black car. He is doing really good pace, 123.5. Has managed to pull a bit of a gap to some co-winded Panda Motorsport car, the cutest car on the field, and also Marinus Quality, the Ivory Racing Salon car. They're both doing low 23s in draft of... Whoa, we have a spinner on the track, that's Jesper Peterson. Jesper Peterson in the Apex Racing UK number 1 car has just spun out of the track from position number 9, is able to keep it going, but is right now behind that battle for the P number 10, 11 and so on. Let's see what happened here. He basically he flipped across on the entrance corner, got a bit loose on the braking, then spun around 180. Didn't hit the wall, managed to keep it going quite nicely, but he's right now in the battle for P number 12.
I'll show a replay in the process.
Well, yeah, it wasn't that interesting, but go ahead.
Well, there's nothing interesting to show otherwise. Yeah, that's a braking error right there, nothing more.
Yeah.
Does a good job for keeping it away from trouble, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, also keeping it away from the wall, and most importantly, keeping it away from other cars. And that is really the survival instinct. I know people are talking about a lot of something like that is.
You're close again, very close.
Well, let's see if he can pull it
Actually
out.
Goes
now.
to the outside into turn 1. Actually,
and makes
Jesus lets him. Yeah, he just lets him fight. I think Jesus just realized that he's gonna burn the tires if he's gonna fight off.
Yeah, and I think also, yeah, it was a clever move. I mean, he was just gonna lose more and more time, and furthermore, Joni Törmälä, I think, was catching them also in the Inex Racing car, Inex Racing 4 GD, in position number 5. Yeah, Jesus Sisilä's last lap was 123.1, Björn Jens 122.7 in the slipstream, and Törmälä was doing high 22, so they want to keep Törmälä away from that battle for P number 3. But that is really kudos to also Jesus Sisila for, well, I wanted to see good racing, but that was probably the clever move, thinking man's move, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree.
Then again, I think
by the way, would you guess out of these 4 cars, what car of these 4 has the fastest ever officially recorded race lap record?
Out of these 4?
Yeah, in Brands Hatch.
In Branch Hatch, the BMW during when it was overpowered back in 2014, I think.
Nope.
The Ford last season?
Nope.
It's not Roof, isn't it? It's somebody kind of McLaren.
No, McLaren has 21.649, but Keika Schube actually pulled a 121.556 in the rough.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, but even if we have a mega grip weather in this race, overcast weather, 26 degrees track temperature, compared to the hottest ones, possibly way beyond 40 degrees. So the track is pretty
what
much
was the track record?
121.556.
Race.
Yeah, race record.
How much is the qualifying record? Because Inex Racing
It's
Yellow
not
did
much faster.
Because Inex Racing Yellow did a 121.421 in qualifying.
Yeah, but I'm not watching qualifying. Nobody cares about qualifying.
Yeah, I know. So, we also have battle for P number 19, if anyone cares. It's Florian Voigt and Alexander Lacroix. And Lacroix is an interesting driver because he's driving for Virgil Racing Yellow in the proof car, number 78. And they are a really interesting team because usually they're the kind of team who don't really have the hot lappers, number 78 Virgil Racing that is. But their race pace and consistency is usually off the charts. They're just able to keep it going and going and going and really improving by the end of the race, and you usually see them in the top 10s, even sometimes in top 5s in endurance races, just for that reason. And I don't know how are they able to do that, but it's just their consistency is really great. They're driven right now by Alexander Lacroix, as I was saying, from France, and their second driver is going to be, I think, Luke Schreck from Benelux, and they also have Kimi Asumaniemi in their squad, as they now pass some different cars. Oh, Marinus Kolak has spun from position number 12. Something happened to him. He was really slow in the side of the track. Let's see what happened there. Whoa! There was a big wreck. Panda Motorsport and Marinus Kolak in Alberta race.
Replay!
Yeah, replay. Simon Bowie got loose in the second of those fast right-handers. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Boom! Kiss that wall.
Yeah, I was just about when we got wrecked or when I got DNF'd in lap 6. I told Hagner when pretty much no, actually I told Jonas that in the last race the top split had pretty low DNF rate, but this race is
Are
only
you talking to me
47
in third
minutes
person?
old. No,
Yeah, but go ahead.
I'm talking to myself in fourth person. But yeah, 47 minutes in this race, and how many DNFs we already have? I mean, pretty damn much.
Yeah, cars that are lap down or over, everyone in
Let's
top
watch how
25.
many are not on the track. Just watch how many cars are not on the track. I believe it's 10 plus already right now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well when we were talking about it, finishing the race or not. Right now we chose not to finish it because it, well, would be just a waste of time because we had to spend 8 minutes in required repairs, over 10 minutes in optional, and we had wheel damage. So it's not much use. We already have a good result from this week. So, a battle for P11, well, it has completely changed right now. First of all, Raffaele Di Paolo has driven away from that in Trustmaster Mivano Black car in P number 10. Behind him is Jesper Petersen, who used to be P9, is now P11, about 5 seconds back from him. Then we have Dirk Reinhardt in Trinity Motorsports orange car, and behind him is Diego Comignoni, P number 13. He has made a good progress from starting near position 20. Let's see, starting position of Diego Comignoni in the Team GD BES car. He started from P28, is now in P13, making good progress in that roof, and is right now catching up to Dirk Reinhardt and Jesper Petersen, who are battling for P number 11.
Right, I disabled the overlay for just a few seconds. I had to adjust something in the broadcast tool. Should be working right now just fine.
And also interestingly, in that battle for P number 11, as Wow Diego Comignoni goes wide and while Quest is trying to quest his way through inside outside, no, not going either way, just choosing to stay back for now and looking at his race.
Dirk Reinhardt is looking for Jesper Pedersen for P11.
Yeah, they were battling earlier, they almost touched coming in turn number 4. So Dirk Reinhardt is really on a good pace, he's an experienced driver also for Trinity Motorsports orange car. And these guys right now, Apex Racing UK, Trinity Motorsport Orange, Team GD, BES, probably stands for Blancpain Endurance Series team. They are right now in really good positions thanks to some guys retiring or going off track or being involved in accidents near the top of the field. I mean, I'm looking at the standings right now, and you know the teams, Inex Racing, Radicals Online, Honda Sim Sport, Dark Digo Racing Team, and two more Inex Racings, and also Core Motorsports in top 10, but then again, I'm looking at the teams, the particular teams. If I had to guess, I wouldn't have guessed first that Inex Racing Yellow was one leading. I would have thought it was the blue car, but I guess the Yellow is doing better in this race. And the Sturgis brothers are pulling on a nice gap on the lead. They now have 3 seconds on the Radicals Online GT3 machine. And also the Radicals Online GT3 1 machine is piloted by Wyatt Gooden, who is a really fast driver, so kudos to Jake pulling away from him. Is it Jake or is it BJ in the car? Jake.
Jake. As for the Radicals, you really have to give credit for the Radicals Online team altogether. I mean, they in the race 10 hours ago, the first race of the week that we had, Radicals actually before the first round of pit stops they were in position 2 and 3, or was it 3 and 4? After the pit stops they were positions 1 and 3, and I think they ended up being P2 in the top split. And I mean their pace was on par with the likes of Forazer, Honda Sim Sport, and Redline Black car. I mean their pace is simply astonishing compared to that. Like they were nowhere near as fast in Monza or in Road Atlanta. Of course, they were very different types of tracks, and they if they had the BMW there,
you could almost say
Monza, the BMW was very off pace. But yeah, it's radically different.
Yeah, radically
different.
But
you have to give huge credit for those guys. I mean, they have insanely fast car and fast drivers.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, her lineup is surprisingly strong. And when you look at the Radicals Online number 16 car, piloted right now by Wyatt Gooden. Then they have Mac Bacum and Anthony Rosselli also in the car. Not knowing much about Anthony Rosselli, but I know Wyatt and Mac are both insanely, astonishingly fast drivers. So
From what I remember from Anthony Rosselli, he's fast. He's always been fast with the cars, the likes of HPD, DP Riley, etc. He was very fast with those cars. As for GT cars, I don't think he was ever like top notch, but with HPD and Riley, I remember him being super fast. Yeah, he's kind of like Lohtari. Except Lohtari is fast with the GT3.
Yeah, I know, but kind of like, to compare. But then again, if Anthony Rosselli was never able to beat Lohtari in the Riley, then he cannot be that fast. No, just kidding. All credit to Anthony Rosselli and hi, Ibrahimovic. We have currently 24 viewers right now. Hi also to Starks HD. I'm assuming you're Cam Stark. So he thanks us for the stream. I think back in his bottom. And who should we follow? There are a couple of good fights going on right now.
We could follow a lap with someone. We have two fighting. I mean, we have 5-car trades still going on for P716. Florian with Alexander Lacroix, Marian Kolak, Ariton Maya, and Fabio Gonzalez. Right on the screen right now, the 5 cars.
We also have
4 P16. And there's Reinhardt. He is actually making a move right now into the last corner. He forces the Jesper Pedersen into the not optimal line, which gives him a good run, potential run into turn 1 here. But BMW lacks the top speed just enough, so he has to back down. Let's see if he has an excellent speed out of the turn 1. He could go for a dive there. McLaren takes the middle road. Reinhardt goes to the outside. If he's able to stick to the outside, he has the inside into the turn 3, but no.
So we have a question in the chat also from Popero. Who is the fastest placer driver?
In what car? It's actually an interesting question because it really depends on what car you're driving. Yeah. If you're talking about Pontiac Solstice, it's me. If you're talking about Formula 1, I would say it's Riku. Riku or Alexi. I would say Riku.
Yeah, Riku possibly in practice.
If you're talking about GT3, there's no one.
Dirk Leinhardt goes to the inside, has a look on the inside.
But I mean, with the GT3 car, there's absolutely no one in our team that goes anywhere near Kimmo Suominen. I mean, that guy is a god. But,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
and about
except when I get the late model with Silverstone, then I kick his ass. As for Star Mazda, I would say Star Mazda. I would say Joni Takanen maybe Riku. But it really depends on what car we're driving. Riku is gonna practice with Pro this year, at least a little bit. I mean, now that we have the upcoming car, which might actually be a competitive car, actually you might actually able to race with that car with the new McLaren F1. So boosted by that or inspired by that, Riku actually is now focused on the Pro Series. So at least for the first few weeks, he is gonna practice. And since Petteri and I are gonna practice, I'm pretty sure now that he has someone to practice with, that he has more motivation to do so.
Yeah, I would agree with that. In a sense that Riku really needs to practice and push hard, and also needs to keep that practice going. I mean, he can practice for one race, but he really needs to keep the practice going. And as I said to him maybe half a year ago, he was the only World Championship Grand Prix Series driver for Placer Racing for last year. And so he was really the leading light of the team, so to speak. But going back to the question of who is the fastest Placer driver, well, in GT cars, it's Kimmo. Lohtari is also fast, Hagner is also fast, but kinda inconsistent sometimes, to put it mildly. And I would really say that Takanen is nowadays starting to be faster and faster than everything. Not at the levels of Kimmo, but the guy is becoming more and more fast. I mean, I've been following his progress in the same team.
But if you would take all the cars, including road and oval, if I would have to name one guy who would be the fastest overall in all the cars, I would say Alexei Eloma.
Yeah, I would agree with you. In a heartbeat. Eloma is something else. His ability to control the car comes from... He's been sim racing and racing overall from a very young age. And he is just really, really fast overall in any kind of car. I mean, you can put him in any car and he is within competitive pace, at least. So it's more...
Yeah, it's not a question of whether he can drive, it's a question of whether you get him to drive.
Yeah, that's... I was just about to say, but interrupted myself, that it's a question of motivation for Alexei Eloma, unfortunately. So, as we follow... We have a car going wide, it's Marines Kolak and they're going too wide with Virtual Racing Yellow, Alexander Lacroix coming out of the second last corner. And also there's Ardan Maya in the SRB Extreme Racing, so there's a 3-car pack going to the last corner. Now
the train is gonna unfold now. The train is really gonna unfold.
Alexander Lacroix is taking slightly more seconds of the last corner, but he's able to challenge going in turn number 1, don't go turn. So it's Marines Kolak right now going in turn number 1, still in P number 15. Alexander Lacroix is in P number 16, Arden Maya in P number 17, so someone here. Fabio Gonzalez in Crossmaster Milano red car is also coming up to that train, which is getting more and more interesting by the minute, P number 18. So, we have Marines Kolak.
We've lost someone. We've lost someone from the top because now this battle is for P15.
I think it's Apex Racing UK number 1. Yep, Apex Racing UK number 1 is right now dropping hard in the standings. He is P number 14 and P number 26 in lap back. So car number 14 Apex Racing
what
UK.
What happened to Sebastian Job?
Yeah, Jesper Peterson. Actually. Job is just right now in the car. Let's see what happened to him. Was it a spin or was it a pit stop? I'm just looking
it's a pit stop.
Ah, it's a pit stop. Okay. So
well, at least it seems so. It seems to be a pit stop, but it's taking a hell of a long time.
But he's
no, 54. No, it's very long time. I mean, usually the pit stops were in the first race. The normal pit stops were somewhere around 49 to 55 seconds, and that stop was 69.4 seconds. My guess is that he got a speeding penalty.
No.
Or was it an illegal pit entry?
Yeah, illegal pit entry. He crossed, and that was a legit illegal pit entry. He crossed to the pit lane, going way over that.
Let's have a replay of that.
Let's have a replay. Because he was just going
because
way
that's a critical part of this track. A lot of people who don't practice pitting, they might actually end up getting into that kind of trouble.
Yeah,
just Pedersen, pitting. Where the hell is he?
I've done it in Star Master, so I know.
Pitting. I can't find him. Oh, is it there? Yeah, it's there. Okay, here we go. Now, watch what happens. I'll try to get a slow motion of it. Watch when Sebastian goes out of the last corner. Here he goes. Now watch the green lines. The pit road goes into the right side. There's the green part on the left side of the pit road, which you're not allowed to cross. Watch this. That was a bad pit entry by Sebastian. I have no idea why he carried that speed.
Jesper.
No, yeah, Jesper Pedersen. Yeah, Sebastian Job is reading on the screen, but that's because he's now behind the wheel.
It's interesting.
But yeah, that was a bad stop.
Sebastian can do a good job in that car right now to bring them back. I apologize for the puns in the car, so it's gonna be a lot more.
And also, Jonas, shut up. The FW31 is not better than ever currently. It's you're only saying that because that's the only car you agreed to drive.
Hey, Blancpain, guess what?
What?
There was an incident in lap 37 we managed to completely miss. Involving the car in currently driving position number 5, Joni Törnblad. He managed to spin the second to last corner from P number 5, and I noticed that he has some damage in the back of his car, and he returned to the track, and he was in turn hit by Hannes Thaler of the Alpine Eagle Racing. The Austrian.
Oh my god, I'm so bad. There was an overtaking coming, and I just immediately switched to the ball. God damn it. That was bad. Okay, let's go.
But you should start a team called Sheep Racing.
Incident involving Joni Törnblad, are you sure?
Yeah, lap 37.
In what corner?
Second to last.
Okay. I can't find it.
What the heck? Look at
Well,
his lap.
we're currently following actually Isaac Price. Well, it's actually Joni Tormala, but it says Isaac Price again because of the pit stops. But let's just follow him for half a lap and see what actually happened. We're currently on replay on lap 37. So if something is happening, it should happen pretty much in the next 15 seconds. I have to say, though, even though the pit standings is now showing P9 because of the pit stop, but Inex Racing with that 4GT has done insane stuff. Something like unreal to get that car to drive as fast as it does. I mean, how the hell are they in top 5 with that car? Just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, but also I must say that
I don't find any incident involving Joni Tormala on lap 37.
What? It's lap 37 for me, right? Yeah, it's lap 37 for him. I don't know why you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Look at his lap. You see a lap 37, 128.878.
Oh man. I'll try and find something.
I'm not going crazy.
No, actually you're not going crazy, but I can't find that event. All I find is lap 37 for Joni Tormala, but it's it doesn't show anything. I mean, that replay was from lap 37 that you just saw, but I didn't see any spin.
Are you sure it's not lap 38 or lap 36 you're watching?
No, there's no Joni Tormala no, now it says Isaac Price, but there's no Isaac Price indicator anywhere on that particular lap.
Strange, he went off track and lost control.
Yeah, I know he went off track, but let's try this one. Is it this one? Yeah, it actually might be this one. It's lap 36 in the replay telemetry, but it actually might be this one.
Yeah, it's second to last corner, so yeah. There is no.
Yeah, it's this one. It's this one. Yeah, he clips the grass on the brakes and has a long looping slide.
But look at his re-entry to the track. I don't think that was very clever. That's the point I was trying to think of, really.
And that's not Isaac Price on the screen, that's Joni Tormala, but Isaac Price is currently in the car, that's why you're seeing Isaac Price. Ouch! That was bad. That was very bad. I have to say well done for that driver to avoid his car.
They actually hit. He has some damage to the back of his car.
He did? Or was it lag?
Lag. Hannes Thaler, but he went like completely rear a bit. So Hannes Thaler of the Alpine Eagle Racing and then Joni Tormala have a little bit of hit, but if you look at Tormala's car, the back end is all smashed.
The hell? Klaus Kivekas in the Forza Cuanda Simsport car is currently in P2. That's not why I said what the hell. The fact is that his pit stop was 38.9 seconds. Everyone else, I mean everyone else, in the top 20, the lowest number of pit stop, lowest time of pit stop is Jake Sturgis leading the race with a 51.7, and Forza Cuanda did a 38.9 second pit stop.
What? How?
What the hell is that? That's like witchcraft.
Did they take tires? Did the car leave?
I don't know. Oh, watch.
Because yeah, I could look into it really soon. Let's see, number 8.
I'm currently watching already.
Ah, okay. Because that might be the reason.
The car is wobbling, but I'm not sure if it actually went on jacks.
You're abducted by aliens. I have no clue. Anyway, they're...
Yeah, actually, I mean, do you see the car going up and down on the pits?
I don't know.
It's like wiggling, but I'm not sure if that wiggling is because of the jacks. Might actually be that they didn't take tires, but if they didn't, that's a hell of a strategy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because Kivex looks quite a bit loose going in turn number 2. Maybe they unchecked the tires by accident, or maybe they took just...
They just realized that they didn't consume the tires. Because the BMWs have been superbly fast. The BMWs have been superbly fast through the whole stint.
Okay, took 2 tires.
Might.
I mean, the front, left, and the right rear. Those tires.
Or the middle one.
Okay, this is starting to get quite tiring.
What's wrong with changing the middle tire? You don't agree with it?
I just don't know about the middle tire, man. I have a middle tire in my body. It's right between my hips and my chest.
That's what they changed. Jörnius went into the pits and Klaus Kivegas came into the car. That's the.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
So they changed the middle tire.
Yeah, the middle part. But right now the situation for our dear viewers, of which there are 23 of, Jake Sturgis is right now still leading the race in the Inex Racing yellow car. Behind him, 1 second, is Klaus Kivegas in a Fraser Honda Simsport car with the new middle tire. In third place, it is Wyatt Gooden, Radicals Online GT3 number 1 car, doing 123.5. So Wyatt Gooden is right now 8.8 seconds, so almost 10 seconds behind the leading Inex Racing yellow car. But Honda Simsport has managed to pass Radicals Online thanks to their very unique pit strategy. Also, I should point out, number 15 Darkman Tinko Racing Team. I think with still Jesus Cecilia behind the wheel. No, it's David Alexis.
P14 change coming up. 5 into turn 5 outside line. Vortex Sim Racing blue car tries to go the outside line. Doesn't manage to do so. He doesn't even try to do the crossover that Jordien's trying to do.
Not surprised looking at who's ahead.
This trio is getting really hot.
Yeah, it's Sebastian Job also, who is a World Championship Grand Prix race driver, at least was last season. Behind him in the MX Racing UK car, then it's Alexander Mania in the Vortex Sim Racing blue car, and Rafael Antipalo in the Trustmaster Mivano black car. So those are some real speed drivers who can get quite feisty at times. Quite feisty. So it's gonna be interesting.
And whoa! Inside into turn 1. Late move into turn 1, but he makes it stick. Is he gonna make it stick? Just retake into turn 2. Goes defensive.
Rafaela doesn't leave him any room at all. Any room at all, and I'm not surprised. Wow.
Still a very clean move there.
Well, he was kind of late on the brakes, I must say.
Well, let's have a replay of it.
Yeah, it looked he was quite late on the brakes there. Alexander Mania did it because he cleared him by the time corner exit. That was open wheeler stuff. How was he able to hold the line? I want to know. I want a tip from him.
Let's take a chopper cam review of it.
Actually, you're right. It was perfectly clean, only that he went wide on the exit because of his line. But the thing is, Rafael Adipalo had a chance to take a crossover there. Perfect chance, but he didn't.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at from the chopper view, I mean, yeah, he committed to that late braking and he actually carried it. I mean, that's one way to pull off a move. I mean, if you want to do that kind of a late braking, you have to brake so deep.
Off the ground.
Yeah, you have to brake so deep into the corner that you actually clear the corner before the other driver, so you don't have to exit it too wide. And if you don't do so, then you're entitled basically to take that line that he just did. But if he had braked even just slightly earlier than that, he would have ended up pushing the other guy wide, and then that would have been a bad move. But that was a very, very aggressive pass, but it was still a clean one.
Yeah, I must say that Rafael Adipalo had also contact with...
Try to make up your mind, dude. Just take one pronunciation and stick with it. just call him Rafael Palukan. But I mean, just pick up one. You changed it like 53 times now.
I know. I'm trying to be funny and pronouncing him Italian way.
Rafael Adipalo.
Rafael Adipalo had a bit of contact with the Vortex Sim Racing car going into turn number 2. Now, that was slight contact. We saw it already on the live view. But watch what happens on that same lap. Lap number 49 to Rafaela. He was really slow on the back straight.
Rafaela. Now he's a girl?
Yeah.
It's not Rafaela, it's Rafael.
His back is really loose, Rafael. And he's going really slow on the straight line and his car is broken. He has wheel damage. And going into the last one of the right-handers, he gets really loose, has to slow again, let cars go, and then he snaps on the second to last corner. Goes into the grass and doesn't actually come into the pit lane, but his lap was really shaky. on that particular lap. And right now, let's see, his lap was 131, and now he's back to race pace, 123s. I have no clue what happened to him on that lap.
And Tommy Nilsson actually is in very good pace right now. Outside of Klaus Kivegas and Wyatt Gooden, he actually was the third fastest car on the track last lap. 22.8. Isaac Price in the Ford GT in front of him. Ford GT, believe it or not, still. I'm still amazed. I'm still continuously amazed by that performance. The Ford GT of Isaac Price in P4 did a 23.1. Okay, this time right, Tommy, he lets... Oh, he doesn't let Tommy by. I was just about to say that. He lets Tommy Nilsson by safe and clean. But on the contrary, he actually ends up bumping Tommy Nilsson's rear end into the air. Being teammates, that was unfortunate. Let's have another replay of that one.
Oh, that was...
Wow.
I don't know if he missed his braking point or what, but he just stopped right in front of Isaac Price. And Isaac has to be furious. Absolutely furious.
But if he's fast, then he can be fast and furious.
But then again, you can overdo it, so you're too fast, too furious.
Wow, dude, yeah, he really overly committed. Tommy Nilsson really overcommitted into that turn one. That's exactly what I said. That the move that was it Rafael that he did the late braking into that turn one.
Rafael.
Yeah, Rafaela. But that's exactly the move. The point
Let's
that I was making. If he had braked just slightly less, that would have been the case, which Tommy Nilsson just did to his teammate. Slightly less aggressive, and I mean to do that maneuver, you really have to be like super aggressive. And when you don't go super aggressive, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna end up right in front of the other guy, but then you have to ease off naturally because you went too hard into the corner, and then you're right in front of the guy, and there's nothing you can do to stop that contact.
Yeah, friction racing did.
Wow, I mean, still I have to say wow to that save. I mean,
yeah,
considering his car went on 2 wheels.
And going on the contrary, that there is not really much going on front of the field. Not at all. So that was something insane save. But also, wow, I mean, wow. That's something you shouldn't have happen between teammates. So, also we have a good battle going on for pin on position number 20 right now. We have Marcel Fassbender, and we have Lukman Shaikh, Even Murray, and John Onkala, and Jorge Lopez Jr. actually catching them. So we have Grindin Motorsport Blue, Virgin Racing Yellow, Rene Wilson Racing number 1, and Underdog Racing Salem fighting for P number 20 right now. And this battle is heating up. As I said earlier, Virgin Racing Yellow is one team that usually isn't doing that well on the qualifying, but has really good race pace going towards the end of the race especially. And looking at right now, they started P number 23, are right now P number 20, but are surely looking to improve from that, and right now going behind the Trinity Motorsports blue car of Marcel Fassbender. So I hope there is not any unnecessary bending going on between those two guys here.
That was, as you can see right now on the screen, a little bit of information of this track. So this is the second of 6 weeks of the Blancpain Endurance Series. This is a qualifier series for the Blancpain World Championship Series starting in 2016. Top 40 teams will advance to the World Championship Series after the 6 weeks. So second week of the 6th, Branch Hatch, the Grand Prix circuit, only 9 corners in the old historical Grand Prix track from the 70s, and 3.7 kilometers long, 3-hour race, and like we said, the lap record 121.556 with the rough 12R track. But the McLaren historically is only like a 1/10 of a second slower in terms of our fastest lap, and we actually could go when Jake Sturgis, well, he actually just started the lap, but when Jake starts a new lap, I could talk you guys through this lap, like nothing exotic, but just to give a brief on like how hectic this track is. I mean, I did in season 2 when while qualifying for the Formula 1 Pro Series, I did a 100 lap race around here with the FW31, and that was the most ADHD race that I have ever done in my life. I mean, there's zero there's like 0 seconds on this track where you can actually breathe. Just keep one hand on the wheel and just like take a breath and relax. There's just nothing, nowhere. I mean, you have to constantly be doing something. But here we go. Let's sit on board of Jake Sturgis for one lap. Coming out of the last corner, the entire main straight actually is both uphill, downhill, uphill, and it's curving to the right all the time. Now a blind braking into turn 1, blind downhill right-hander, down a few gears, use all the exit curves or exit areas that you can before uphill braking into turn 2, the hairpin, one of the best overtaking spots off this track. Try to keep the car on the inside. Lane on the throttle when you get the car to rotate. Now the downhill turn 3, one of the trickiest corners of this track. Use every bit of that runoff area on the right, then 1 gear down, then steep uphill. Very difficult to get a good exit off this turn 4, but it's a crucial exit to get good straight line speed off this infield straight. Now approaching the turn 5, uphill braking, down 2 gears, then flick it to the right. Keep the car on the right as late as you possibly can. Now another blind turn 6, blind downhill right-hander. Used a little bit of the runoff area. Now short acceleration, again braking uphill, 1 gear down. Another blind apex, slight acceleration, slight braking to the penultimate corner. Try to keep the car not to get off track of that right side. Now to the last corner, brake down 1 or 2 gears depending on the driver's preference. Monitor that opening the throttle not to open it too early to push that onto the outside grass, and that's ADHD lap of Brands Hatch.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's tiring to even look at. Even looking at it makes you sweat and makes you go like all haywire. But imagine driving it. It's insane.
And by the way, why Klaus Kivegas has called Jake Sturgis while I was talking about the lap of Jake Sturgis, and actually Klaus Kivegas called him.
Oh, I mean, he did a 38-second pit stop. I don't know if he short fueled or what, or he just took 2 tires or something, but one thing is sure, Klaus Kivegas, as we've seen in the Finnish Sim Racing Championship, is going absolutely insane pace. He did a 122.5 on the last lap. How?
Yeah, I mean, Wyatt did 122.2 behind him, but assuming Klaus has old rubber on, that's pretty good pace. And by the way, if you see DNFs on the like opening the side panel right now, if you see a DNF like in a P4 or P5, that's not accurate. That's a data bug of the telemetry. There's nothing we can do about that. So, so yeah, it's if you see the DNFs at the end of the field, that's accurate. But if you see it on the mid pack or at the top 10 or something, that's not accurate. So don't buy those DNFs. And yeah, he can come.
So, yeah, it's been interesting. Race is going to be nearing halfway really soon. I mean, we have 1 hour and 40 minutes remaining right now, and soon we have 1 hour and 30 minutes remaining, and I must say that it hasn't been exactly the cleanest endurance race out there. Not exactly.
No, it sure hasn't. It sure hasn't. In fact, I was expecting a way cleaner race than based on the first race of the week. That was actually quite clean overall. And not only that, we saw a lot of racing. So by the way, we have very tight 4-car pack going for P19. Marcel Fassbender, Luke Van Schaik, Evan Merrill, and John Alcala are currently fighting for P19. They were actually going for a pass in the infield straight, but Evan decided against it at the last second. But we actually have the top 2 fighting. We have P4 fight. We have actually we have P13 fight as well. As you can see right here, a 4-car trade. this is actually a 3-car train. One of these guys is a lapper, but actually it's not a lapper. I think White Buddha just passed him.
Sturgis made a mistake, coming in out of turn number 4, and Kivekas has a run on him, going round
yeah,
the
but
outside.
Yeah, he really has to dedicate himself now.
Whoa!
He's planning on finishing it. He actually is going for it. Wow, dude. That's a passive
Holy
decision right there.
fucking shit. Sorry.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Move of the week. Absolutely. No condemnation.
Yeah, no question about it.
Go home. If he did it on all tires, then wow. Also, can you drag Lottaren again?
Yeah.
So joining us in here will be also one of the Glacier Racing Blancpain Endurance Series number 2 team drivers and an ex-Riley champion, Jari Lohtanen. How are you doing, Jari?
Gonna show a replay of that, by the way, while talking.
Yeah, I was looking at it overtake, and that was great.
I mean, I got to say he did a 38-second pit stop, which means A, he either short fueled, or B, he did take only 2 tires or no tires. His car was weakling, but not getting up the checks. Are you sure? Because his car was weakling, not getting up the checks. So I think he took only 2 tires. I mean, it sounds insane, but if that's actually faster, then wow. He did a 122.3 on the last lap. So he must be getting near the end of the stint, no question. I mean, he's pulling insane lap time. Jörn Jens was doing 22s, 23s. Okay, he was quite behind the other guy, the Dark Antigo Racing team. But Klaus Kivekas, his laps, since he pitted in lap number 45, or Jörn pitted, and he went out of the track, he's now been driving for 14 laps in the track. The tires, logically, should be getting worse and worse, but his fastest lap was in lap number 55, driving the slipstream 122.1. But last lap, once he got by Jake Sturgis in the Tinex Racing yellow car, he did a 122.3. I mean, we've been following the guy's progress in the Finnish Sim Racing Championship, as well as he used to be driving also in the Formula 1 World Championship Grand Prix Series. But Klaus Kivekas is not from this planet. I mean, the dude's pace is just improving.
Yeah, by the way, are you sure that he short fueled? Because
no.
If he
you're talking to Jari.
I mean, yeah, Jari said he short fueled, but if he short fueled and they took tires, then basically taking tires alone would take such a long time that
it would be a long time to take the tires. But man, if he can survive without taking tires, he's an alien.
Yeah, but I mean, he would only have 10 seconds of fueling, so he would have to actually make two stops after this.
Yeah, and that was I was thinking. That's what I was thinking too. It's a short pit lane in Branch Hatch, but if they actually didn't take tires and he can pull that kind of moves around the outside on lap 15 in tires that have been now doing 58 laps at that point. Yeah, now doing 60 laps, but had been doing 58 laps at that point. If someone can do it, it's Klaus, but that would still be mind-boggling. I mean, that would be taking the whole endurance driving to another level.
Yeah, but I mean, the weather is as cool as it can possibly get. I mean, it can be, the grip can be so dramatic that it can actually be possible that the BMW is not eating the tires.
Could be.
I mean, with the hot weather, I can understand it, but I mean, the track is so cold now that there is a possibility that these guys are not losing traction. And for Diesel, no, it's not sad that we crashed. I mean, we have pretty good points as a base already, but I mean, it was I mean, I did a mistake. The guy behind me couldn't like react in time, so no, I'm not sad personally that I crashed. It was a mistake, and mistakes happen. But I mean, yeah.
You actually raced today, or in the
race? I tried to race, but on lap 6 I had an inch of drift and I counter steered it, and I actually got the car straight, but John Hall behind me didn't have any possible time to react in time and bumped me sideways, and then the next guy drove through my quarter panel and basically destroyed me.
Ah, damn.
He actually,
too bad for John.
Yeah, and John actually got destroyed 1 lap later by your guess. You can see it in the post-race video.
Yeah.
I showed the replay of all
and
three.
that also destroyed our race in the number 3 team. Also, shout out to Gale Force Sim Racing, who I'm pretty sure is the first time I've heard of this team, but they're running right now in P number 7, believe it or not. Their current driver is Matt Busa right now. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, probably not. And their other driver is Nick Ottinger. So Matt Busa from Illinois, USA is currently driving in P number 7, so good for him. And he's followed by Niels Koch of Core Motorsports, P number 8. So they have a tight battle going on between a roof and a BMW. Niels Koch driving the roof and Matt Busa driving the BMW.
Wow, only 10 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, no kidding. Also, Tommy Nilsson has got back ahead of Isaac Price. So the INX Racing cars are battling for the P number 4, and we saw a collision between those guys earlier. No! Tommy goes sideways in turn number 3. Isaac goes around the outside of the straight between turn number 3 and turn number 4. What is going on in here? Isaac Price on the outside, Tommy Nilsson on the inside. It's Sweden versus Wales, and Sweden pulls it off. Sweden, yes, goes to the inside and holds a position. But what will Isaac Price do? He has to be absolutely furious after that incident earlier that you, dear viewers, saw already between Isaac Price and Tommy Nilsson, and right now they're still battling, intra-team battling between the INX Racing Red and the INX Racing Blue teams. So those guys are not going to hold anything back, they're not pulling any punches, they're going absolutely 110%, or should I say 107% on each other. That is that's insane. I mean, I know that there are no team orders, and that is a good thing, but I wouldn't go that far battling, let's say, one of my judges.
That's what you get when you make a simple braking mistake. Tommy braked a little too deep. That's what Roof does. It just loses the rear end.
Yeah. Yeah, but earlier, as you saw with that,
I sure hope somebody picks up that phone.
You didn't call it.
Yeah, I did call it. I just turned the camera over there like 10 seconds before it happened.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. So, Isaac Price is still trying to catch Tommy Nilsson. So, and ahead of them, what are the current standings looking like? They're looking like Croatia Honda Simsport with Klaus Kivekas behind the wheel is currently leading this race with 1 second gap ahead of 1.1 second gap ahead of INX Racing Yellow. And Radicals Online GT3 number 1 is driving a quiet race, I must say, in third position, followed by White Gooden. They're now 10.3 seconds behind the leader, going across the line. Then it's INX Racing Blue and INX Racing Red. The gap between them is about the same as you can see on the screen. It's almost non-existent. Then it's Dark Vigo Racing Team in P number 6, Gale Force Sim Racing in P number 7, Core Motorsports in P number 8, Friction Racing Bandits in P number 9, and Trinity Motorsport Orange now P number 10. And right now we have only 9 cars on the lead lap. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 cars on the lead lap of this race with 1.5 hours in. And we're now halfway through this race, so I'll be back in 5 minutes. Guys, take over.
I'd say Radicals GT31 cars is in a happy position right now. He's having a quiet race. No one to pressure him from behind.
In Finland, we like being pressured from behind. If you know what I mean.
That's Jonas for you know. All you know.
Yeah.
Man, Isaac Price is doing a great job with the Ford.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how fast that guy is able to pull laps with that machine. I mean,
he's really frustrating.
I mean,
Tommy.
I mean, that's not from this planet what they have done to that car. I mean, we had Glacier Racing 1 team actually started this season at the Monza week with the Ford GT. And it was simply just impossible to get fast enough to be competitive, and Isaac Price just said screw that, and he just made competitive out of that car, even at Monza, which is ridiculous. I have no idea how what they've done to that car, but it's just mind-blowing.
Must be using hack setups.
Or grip bug.
Or grip hacks.x.
Yeah, or standing start lag switch.
Oh, don't bring Alexander Martini here.
No.
You already... I'm not gonna say anything about that.
You already did.
I know. Meanwhile... Is there something happening here?
And by the way, concerning that joke that we just threw, in case someone is wondering, hey, Alexander Martini has used a lag switch or something, no, that's not the point. The joke just indicated that he suggested that a blinking guy in the server was using a lag switch, which wasn't the case. It was a case of server actually causing that guy to actually have the field to blink at a certain times, but he actually thought it was a lag switch. So that's the joke. I mean, don't start PMing Alexander accusing him of lag switch because he's not using a lag switch.
All of the Glacier cars have crashed. Damn, we are bad.
All 3 Glacier cars have crashed.
We are bad.
We are bad.
Then again, we have no red line, we have no cars in here too. If I remember correctly, they weren't that high up last race.
I'm not sure actually. I can check the points.
Cause I saw them in the pits for all of my stints. Or was it even the same team? I don't know. There are 2 cores.
Core Sim Racing.
Yeah, that's the wrong team.
Okay, what's the correct team?
Motorsports.
Core Motorsports?
Yeah. Sim Racing is the one where JP Lummy is.
Core Motorsports had 306 points from Road Atlanta week. They actually didn't participate in that previous race. Yeah. No, they didn't participate. There's 2 Core Motorsports teams. One with 306, one with 300 and 1 points. Actually, that might be a duplicate team. I actually have to check that out from the official.
Yeah, I remember reading that there was a duplicate of them. I don't know. I haven't really paying much attention to the points because the point system is broken. Welcome to iRacing.com.
What do you mean broken?
It doesn't show teams, it only shows drivers.
It shows teams if you go to Team Series stats.
Does it?
Yeah.
Man,
results and stats, and then Team Series stats. Then just follow Blancpain Endurance Races, GT3 Class Series, get results, blow. Here you have it.
I've been enlightened.
What in the hell is this showing now? It says that Redline is leading with 1,631 points.
What?
Yeah, it currently says, I mean, it has...
Something
What the
wrong
hell,
with
I mean, it has calculated all 5 races out of the Team Redline car. I mean, for some reason, how do you get 1,600 points out of 5 races? I mean, they have 5. What the hell? 3 wins, 3 top 10s, and 3 top 25s. You still don't get 1,600 points.
No.
What the hell is wrong with this?
They must be calculating something wrong. Maybe on the drivers.
Yeah. Badly wrong. I have to check it old school then.
Maybe they are adding all drivers in them.
Yeah, meanwhile, I want to go back to race just real briefly.
No.
Just real briefly. There is interesting times ahead for that battle between Onyx Racing Blue and Onyx Racing Red, Nielsen and Price. because they right now have tons of fast cars ahead of them. They're coming up Jordi Lotus Jr. in Vortex Sim Racing White car. Of that, they're coming up with a pack that was earlier battling for P number 17, P number 18 that we were following. They're coming up right now to that pack. Now, that pack has opened up a little bit. They're not fighting in a pack right now, but it's going to be interesting times how Tommy Nilsson and Isaac Price managed to do that, managed to get by the lappers and also fighting with each other, because it could be a real nice showcase of how these top drivers of car racing can handle traffic and fight while fighting each other.
Oh man, looking at that traffic, oh man, that looks just so delicious. I'd like to be in Tommy Nilsson's car right now.
Whoa!
Oh.
Wow,
Is
Jordi
that
Lopez
the
Jr.
same
getting a
guy
bit
that
loose.
crashed into me? No. But it's the same car.
Yeah, no, that was Hoyle Quest but Jordi Lopez Jr. get what?
What?
But Kirill Bletsky has some sort of issue. I mean,
Oh, Tommy's spinning!
Meat spinning.
Didn't spin, but almost.
Yeah, Tommy Nilsson had an almost spin there, and that allowed Isaac Price to grab the fourth position right now. Meanwhile, we had a request from Mr. Joni Hagner to join our commentator booth. Can he join our commentator booth, guys?
No. I guess so.
So then we would have drivers from. Hello and welcome to Joni Hagner, also driver for Glacier Racing.
Welcome to Joni Hacker. What the hell is that?
Welcome to Joni Hagner. I guess that's the meat spin. Oh no, not going there, not going there. I don't want to go there. It's IFL China.
You already went there.
Tommy Nilsson is slipping all over
I
the
didn't
place.
go there.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go into
I
Joni Hagner.
actually double checked the results. The Core Motorsports thing
But anyway.
actually was duplicate.
Oh, okay.
I have to change that.
Welcome, Joni Hagner, a driver for Glacier Racing #1 team, and GD veteran, an absolutely great race car driver, and a wonderful human being. How are you doing, Joni?
Yes. You sure you're talking about Hagner there?
Yeah, I'm bored. I want to race.
But didn't you just race?
Yeah, the car was fine, but we were like, I don't know.
Hey, the road was slippery.
Yeah, we were 7 laps behind, so I give up.
Okay, how does it feel right now? You were, of course, part of that first race we saw earlier today, and now in that second race, how does it feel to drive the McLaren in the Brands Hatch? Of course, I know that from first-hand experience, but let's explain to all of our 37 viewers right now, how does it feel to drive McLaren in this Brands Hatch? Because they cannot complain about these pictures of how the car is to drive, especially them as McLaren.
I want to try Ford GT.
But you picked McLaren. You already had Ford GT.
Yeah, but yeah.
Can I ask
Do you know
Chad
what's
something?
English? I mean, if you ask a question, what's your favorite fruit? You say Ferrari. I mean,
Yes.
I mean, this is not going anywhere.
Can I ask the chat something? Is Buzz Lob, the driver in somewhere, I don't know what is his car number, is he using his Oculus Rift? Oculus Rift.
Occupying the Oculus.
But on the question, McLaren is well, it's not undrivable, but it's not the fastest car around here.
P14. Let's. Yeah.
I'm following P14.
Okay, good. Alessandro Manea and Maisel Uribe-Romero are fighting currently for P number 14. The Pure Racing team number 112 and the Vortex Sim Racing Blue teams are battling out with each other in the McLarens as we're talking right now. And those cars are right now nearing the end of their stints. We are now 1 hour and 40 minutes in this race. And those tires are starting to get slippery, as we can see Manea and Romero both going really slippery, coming out of the last corner and coming into the main straight. Now, will those guys, yep, Manea is looking feisty, looking crazy behind Romero, and Romero is now trying to hold on to that precious speed number 14 and the points, around 200 points that will be awarded to the guy who will finish in that position.
I got a feeling.
Yeah, I got a feeling too that these guys...
I got my phone ready.
I missed that, but whatever.
You really like that YouTube video.
Yeah, I really like that YouTube video.
So
I
best
go to sleep with that video every night.
So
I know.
best McLaren is position 12. Nice. Oh, 11.
Yeah, and somebody said that the roof will be OP. Man, even Ford is overtaking.
Yeah, I think the McLaren is gonna be. It was strong on road as we saw, and also not as strong as the roof in race pace because it couldn't overtake. But on the qualifying, it was almost equal. And also in shoulder, I think the Mac will be quite strong because it can take those curves the best. It has the best ability to go over curve strikes, go over high curves, and in the chicanes of the shoulder without having driving it. I've seen videos of it, I've seen track, and it's going to be absolutely terrible to go over those curves in, say, a rough.
Manea is pushing hard.
McLaren curves in shoulder is awful in every other car except Pontiac Solstice.
McLaren is great over curves if you don't turn at the same time.
Joni, also add Riley to the list.
What's
short
Riley?
list?
Oh, yeah.
TP.
Double penetration?
Yeah.
Nice!
Also, the skip is quite nice over the curves. Having not driven it so
I'd say either BMW or McLaren is fastest car in shoulder. Shut up, Joni.
And also, skip is really skipping over them quite nice.
Skip is shit car.
And we have battle for Jon Onkala is going to do what they say on the track right now with Jordi Lopez Jr. on the screen right now. They're going into third
Oh,
four,
give a speed. I guess he's short field.
Givegas goes into the pits right now, but we're still focusing on the infield straight away, which is almost a 3 wide situation going into
we
third
have
5.
Driver change
Jon
into the race
Onkala in the position right now.
And we have a car contact with Blake Coppo and Jordi Lopez Jr.
I'm just wondering, it's still something like, what is it, 12 minutes and 1 hour to go.
What would be the point in doing a short stint of fuel right there? Because there's no way he's able to finish.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to drive in clean air. There's no punch of that extra.
Yeah, but I mean, he still is gonna lose, like driving through the pits, he's gonna lose a hell of a lot of time. Now he doesn't 40
unless
seconds.
they can make it to the finish.
How?
No, there's no way. 1 hour and 18 minutes and he only took a 40-second pit stop. He has to make another stop.
They are doing the whole
they were doing really fast at Cloud. That explains
yeah, but I just can't understand what's the reasoning behind that. I mean, even if they win 15 seconds in the pit stop and they gain a little bit on the race pace, but they still have to make another drive through the pits. And that pit's not the fastest in the world.
And Jordi Lopez Jr. won on turn 3.
So we have spinner Jordi Lopez Jr. But I don't know. I mean, I would understand that from some other team, but Honda SimSport, they don't usually make mistakes on strategy.
Yeah, but they already have points. They already have points, so they can afford it.
Yeah, I guess
that actually might be a gamble because of how hard it's overtake on the track. So that actually might be just an experiment of whether or not you can actually do a splash and get past someone.
Yeah.
He's currently overtaking past Lob.
Yeah, he's overtaking slowly.
Oh, I suck!
Why do you
the
suck?
Ford faster!
That was terrible, sorry.
This race is starting to get pretty boring, so I don't know if I should try to commentate like Kimi Räikkönen right now, but I don't know. I probably need some more ice cream.
Well, this is more interesting to comment on the current Austin GP qualifying.
Yeah.
Is it that one where they're racing with Formula 1 powerboats, very much?
Last time Luke Williams or Sauber, whoever that was, they were kayaking.
Ah, okay. So that's interesting. Also, let's see, there's not really much going on in
Alexander
terms of
Manet is still
they're still
past
going
Michael Romero, but yeah, nothing new there. He's peaking pretty much everywhere he can, but they are sharing pretty much equal pace.
I'd say Manea is actually doing harm for himself by just simply trying to peek everywhere.
Yeah.
He's pushing that car way too hard.
He has watched Hagner racing way too much.
Hagner mentioned.
Hagner is an example, that's all.
Just Hagner Kings.
Hagner, making holes appear on the track since 1996.
1989.
Whatever.
He hasn't been racing since he was born, so.
He has. It's
Coming
boring.
out.
He has been stretching gaps since he was born. If you know what I mean.
That was absolutely terrible, and you should feel bad.
When I going for it? No.
No, he's peaking until his tires blow.
No, baby, no. Isaac Price is also driving behind Rance Brockman, who is driving behind Lukman Shaikar now, who is letting them through on the back straight. So it would be interesting to see the difference in speed between the slightly damaged Ford and the looking good BMW, who hasn't been involved in many incidents in this race, I must say. So Honda Simsport has been driving 7 sound race and see if they can close the gap and make their splash strategy work. But it is interesting, definitely interesting, that Quan chose to do his experiment in this race. I mean, I thought they were in quite a good pace overall. I mean, they were in P number 3 anyway, so I guess it's worth a shot. But yeah, I don't understand it. Unless it's an experiment, I don't understand it.
There's something wrong in this world. I went through P1 to P5, and all of them are damaged. Then I come to Dark Contigo, which I would expect to be damaged.
Spinner in second to last corner. It's Kirill Biletsky, and he spins his car right in the middle of the track. Let's see, Jake Sturgis is able to overtake him cleanly.
Oh, what?
Who?
Who spun?
Kirill Biletsky of the Curb Sulphurs racing team in position number 29. Car number 06.
Oh,
that guy.
I got him.
Thema Day, yes, Joni Törmälä and Isaac Price are the driver for Inex Racing Red. Yeah, I was following around and saw a car spin there. It's interesting how those drivers chose to come back to the track sometimes a bit, maybe unsafely, I don't know. But that's a place where it's easy to spin, and it's also hard to see someone spinning. You know, if you're a car driving on the track and you don't easily see the spun car until it's too late, and that branch hatch with the elevation changes and the fast corners, it's really a track where some incident ahead, if you're not careful or don't have a spotter, you just see, oh, crash ahead, you see some smoke, you're like going slightly reduced racing speed and then some massive brake and you crash into someone. As we saw with Joni Törmälä with his spin, he came back to the track and smashed the poor Alpine Eagle racing car. But yeah,
hey, guys.
Yeah.
Try the blimp cam. It's actually useful.
It's overcast better, isn't it? Let's see what the blimp cam is. Oh, it's actually useful.
For the last and first turns.
Yeah.
It depends on the velocity of the blimp. If the blimp has a correct velocity and it's positioned right, you actually might get a good view of it.
Can you change the velocity?
Yeah.
Man, I know nothing about our racing cam tools.
You can really go, like, try Bristol sometimes. Just go to Bristol, set the blimp cam to maximum velocity with the minimum radius, and just enjoy being wasted. I mean, watch it for 50 laps and you're really dosed.
It's a bit different to do that on ovals than here.
Is Alexander Mania finally gonna have a run? He's on the inside on the main straight. He could late brake in himself into turn 1. He's going for the late brake into turn 1 there. He's keeping on the inside, dude. Don't let it push wide. He still has the inside into turn 2 there. Now he really has a shot. He's gonna late brake into turn 2.
Braking late.
He does.
He did it.
He keeps the car there nice and steady, and he clears him into turn 3. Beautiful pass.
I must
finally
say,
he gets the
Michael
P14.
Romero kept him alive there on a couple of times. But yeah, aside from that, it was a nice move. But pushing a little bit maybe on wide.
You just had to ruin my moment, didn't you?
No, I didn't want to ruin your moment.
Yes, you did.
Oh, come on, every time I open
By the way,
my
Rance
mouth,
Brockman
I
did a
ruin your
22.4, against the Chicks Sturgis at the lead 22.6.
Ulrich Romero is currently under attack by Raffaello Palo.
Yeah, Raffaella Di Paolo. Raffaella, I think.
Yeah.
In the Crossmaster Mivano Black race. And he's attacking Michael River Romero and Alexander Mania also ahead of him. And this is gonna be an interesting battle. It's late in the stint.
Pure Racing Team car is looking really, really slippery.
Yeah. This is 3 McLarens. During the end of the stint, I know how slippery this car is at this stage, okay? And these are 3 drivers that are known for maybe their tendency to feisty racing, at least Mevano is.
But,
let's just say feisty.
But we have the master of slippery cars in the commentary booth. Joni Hagner, what do you do when your car is slippery?
Ride faster.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's also the master of setups.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Take a good setup, ruin it, and make it look good again. So it's very good.
So Raffaella is trying to...
Meanwhile, 5 for P22. Marcel Fassbender is too wide in turn 2 there, fighting with Blake Coppo for P22.
And there's also the Falcon car.
Blake just did the second pit stop, so Blake is really off cycle with Fassbender there. But Blake still gets the P22 done, and he actually is in good position compared to Marcel, who still has to make another pit stop. Actually, Blake Coppo is the second one outside of Renz Brockman to actually make the second pit stop, and now I think the pit stop cycle is about to open, because now within 2 minutes with a full tank of fuel you are able to push all the way to the finish.
Yeah, and I think this team Evolution Racing Australia GD2 is really in a good position in this in these particular conditions. Because those 2 guys, Ian Ford and Blake Coppo, are normally driving V8 supercars. Ian Ford is one of the fastest V8 drivers I've seen.
Not your guy, friend.
Gale Force is actually catching Darkontico.
Whoa.
4 tenths in the last lap.
Interesting. I wonder if Darkontico made a mistake. I mean, they do have their slow driver, I must say, David Alexis Jordan behind the wheel, but I wonder if they made a mistake or if this is a question of pace. Well, of course it's a question of pace, but...
Yeah, now they lost 2 tenths. Gale Force lost 2 tenths.
Yeah.
David Alexis Jordan actually had a long pit stop for 66.5 seconds, which makes me believe that he took a slowdown, the pit penalty either with the entry or... Actually, that's a pretty close to 12-second penalty, so I would think that's a pit lane speeding.
Yeah, might be pit lane speeding penalty.
Because pretty much without mistake, everyone who makes a normal pit stop, full tank of fuel and 4 tires are within the window of 41.5 and 55 seconds. Anywhere outside of that and there's something different going on.
Meanwhile, also Robert Klotz in pin number 27 has completed his pit stop. Also will return to the track just ahead of Alexander Mania. But he is of course left down.
2 laps down.
Robert actually hasn't had any second of screen time here, so let's give him a few seconds of screen time there. Alpine Eagle Racing
yeah, those were the guys who crashed into Termela.
Robert actually has to have visited Pori, Finland, because in that place you really learn how to type without spaces and dots. So that guy, Alpine Eagle Racing doesn't have any spaces in the name, so he
it's
really
capital.
He must have
capital
visited
letters.
Pori.
It can't be Pori.
Yeah, but that font only gives you capital letters. But that font hasn't been even developed in Pori.
Biggest break what I saw when I was...
If someone in the if some spectator wants to know what Pori is, just pull your pants down, turn your rear end to the mirror, look at it, and multiply it by 100. That's Pori.
True.
Yeah, biggest break that I saw when
Pori
I
is
was
a state
driving
of
was
mind.
the Pura Racing car 111 car. It was power rolling like 10 times ahead of me in like turn 6.
Must have been taking some racing tip from you.
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll.
I did actually. In Star Master Race.
Let's have a breakdance party. And the closest fight we have currently on track is for P19, Jonno Kala fighting against Evan Merrill.
John and
Going for dive bomb.
Yeah, he's going for a pass. Clean pass.
Yep.
Boring, not gonna show replay. That was boring. We need some bumpings and etc. etc.
We need more racing.
So it's interesting that John Onkala, he's driving in a Berk racing team, and he on his team right now signed into this session. Well, Marnes Collector the first race, and then he also had Pepadella Heras with him and John Onkala, as I said. And I do wonder if John has a brother named Tauki.
I'd say
Onkala.
I'd say Inex Yellow is still 50 taking 5 laps, and William Levesque is going to hop in.
Might be.
He just commented.
Yeah, Levesque started in the first race today. William Levesque started for Inex Yellow, and he actually did a good job in that first stint. He started P14 and climbed up to P6, passing in the car in front of me.
He really drove the nuts out of that car.
Yeah.
And also Wim Stockmans just came out of the pits in the Gathering of Tweakers GD car, 2 laps down, in position 24 before he pitted. So he's right now, I think, in position number 26, should be. Robert Klotz in the Alpine Eagle racing car, in P number 27, is about 2 seconds behind him, so that's one battle wicket going on. And another interesting thing is that Keika Shube, who we know as a fast race car driver, is also, I believe, the lap record holder in GT3s in this car.
Correct.
In Falcon GP, he's driving in P number 25 after starting 8th. He's 2 laps down and is behind the Gathering of Tweakers car. So there might be actually, yeah, behind the Gathering of Tweakers car.
Lost his connection at the start of the race, like pace lap or something. And lost 1 minute 20.
Oh man, that is unlucky. Can't guy catch a break for once?
No, but if you can't have a break, you can have a Kit Kat.
So it's not a break for
And I'm even on pits.
I'm a kitty cat.
By the way, guys, personal question. iRacing has about 30 plus road tracks, something like that. In a scale of 1 to 30, 1 being the hardest, 30 being the easiest, how would you rank the pit lane of Brands Hatch? Of all
Entry
the
or
30?
exit or overall?
Overall.
Having not driven them all, I know Hagnerville said that Interlagos is the hardest, but having not driven
I see what you did there.
yeah. Having not driven them all, I would say Branch Hatch is actually one of the harder part because it's so hard to get a speeding penalty on the entry, and the exit has that nice little chicane, that most useless chicane ever, on the exit of the pit lane, and also it fans out right into the traffic. You come out right into the entry line of turn number 1, so it's, I would say, within top 10 of the hardest pit lanes. Not the hardest by any means, but one of the hardest, definitely. If you have to take it fast and if you have to take it right.
If you've got somebody to spot the pit exit for you, it's one of the easiest pit lanes ever, but if you don't, it's one of the hardest.
Yeah, it's kind of like Phillip Island in that sense, only that it has a long range through the pit lane.
Phillip Island's really easy.
Whoa! Keika Shube hits another car going into turn number 1 and still manages to make the overtake from the outside into turn number 1.
That's Wim Stockman.
Yeah, Wim Stockman. So Wim Stockman and Kei Sotos are going into turn number 2. And Keika Shube completed the overtake run the outside and is now ahead of Wim Stockman's in position number 22. So good for Keika.
And meanwhile, Matt Busan has now caught up with David Alexis Jordan, and he's now really hitting, starting to put the pressure on him. But as I was saying, I would personally rank Brands Hatch to the exact middle. I would say like in 15th position or something. I mean, but the hardest pits I would say most definitely is Barber and maybe Zandvoort because of the pit entry. But Barber I think by far is the most difficult.
I have raced there and I can't remember how it goes.
You basically have a long right-hander and a tight left-hander, which is like the last SS corner, which takes you to the main straight. And if you want to go to the pits, you have to, during that long right-hander, you have to basically drive towards the outside line of the turn, and then you enter the pit on the outside of the turn, and then you have a very, very narrow 90-degree corner at the pit entry. Then you have a slight acceleration, and then you have another tight left-hander, which takes you to the pits, and then exiting the pits you have a blind S-shaped pit exit. So I would say that's by far the
Pussa pits.
Pussa and Niels cockpit, position 7 and 8, and let's focus the camera on them if you may, for a while.
Yeah, it's already on them.
Yeah, while they do their pit stops. Because it's gonna be interesting how the pit stops of those two guys compare. Whoa, Niels Koch missed his pit stall and he's gonna lose.
What's happened to Annex Racing Blue?
Turn the pit.
RB, that's actually a good point. I completely forgot Zolder. Zolder is actually one of the most difficult combos overall. It has nasty entry, but the exit is awful because you have to accelerate out of the corner, and then you have a long left-hander, like very narrow.
Normal pit stop for Annex Racing Blue.
Yeah, it just popped up, lagged. And the Zolder exit is one of the
car. So
Zolder exit is one of the worst ever. You basically pop up right in the middle of the corner.
Yeah.
Matt Bussa is exiting the pit lane. He's also going to do the third stint in that car.
What about the easiest pit in the all of iRacing? What do you say on road? What's the easiest by far for you?
Interlagos.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Monza.
Monza might be, yeah.
Yeah, but
Along with Road
braking
America.
is quite hard because it's so high speed.
Well,
No,
Road
it's
America
not.
pit lane
It
destroys
has
HPDs.
Monza has good brake markers for the pit entry, so it's not that hard.
And so
I
does
would
Road
say
America.
Road America is the easiest.
Road America is actually with certain cars, it's actually hell of a hard because you have to hit hard on the brakes on the uphill before the pit entry where the where the pit lane speed limit starts, and you can actually damage your car in the brakes on the bumps, or you can just block the brakes and overspeed.
This is actually something to look out for. Dark Contigo, when they pit, they will be racing Gale Force.
We have first 5 seconds of screen time for a guy that I'm not even gonna try and pronounce. Or, well, Dado Obachak. Dado
Let's see.
Obachak, I would say.
Dado Obachak.
From the Warp team. They haven't
Warp
had any
team.
screen time, but they're currently in top 10, but they are still lacking a pit stop. But
Yeah,
still,
and I've
top
been
10.
following them with kind of like with my second, kind of half-heartedly following them throughout the race whenever they pop up. They have a nice skin to that car, you know, that black and lime green skin. Kind of classic layout, but not many teams are using it. So Dado Obachak is driving for the Warp team, and they are also, I think, sponsored by at least Inokin and Guido, so that will be e-cigarettes actually, vaping stuff. That's interesting. That's the second vaping related sponsor I've seen in iRacing, so good to see that alternative option to smoking popping up more and more.
Actually, we got contact with Dirk Reinhardt and Martin Caro on turn 2.
So I guess he was flying hard.
Martin Caro has gone and okay.
What the hell happened there? Replay. Yeah, wow, dude. I mean, Carroll was just sitting at the top of the... Let's have another replay on that from the... Who was the car that Carroll collided with?
He was Dirk Reinhardt, Trinity Motorsports, orange.
Yeah, let's have a replay of Dirk's cockpit and you can actually see what he sees at that stage. Just watch this. There's Carol's car is on the middle of the road. And then he could just cross over right in front of Dirk right as he's going into the corner. I mean, that's bad. That's really, really bad from Carol.
Yeah, that was
there's nothing.
Right,
there's absolutely nothing that Reinhardt can do there.
Friction Racing, Bandits, and Inex Red is pitting right now.
Yeah, hello to Friction Racing who are also joining us in the chat.
Mac Backham is Mac Backham is actually now in the Radicals, by the way.
Close battle for P number 17. Keika Shube has caught up to Alexander Lacroix and they're now fighting for the P number 17. It's Virtual Racing Yellow for Lacroix and Keika Shube for Falcon GP. And now Keika Shube has a run coming up the second to last corner and K has an easy pass in there. His pace has been immense as per usual.
David Alexis Jordan continues on his tires, he will be losing to Gale Force. I mean, just looking at the lap times.
Yeah, not much like
Brockman is still blasting 22.4s.
Well, he's an alien.
Yeah, and actually, Brockman is now leading the race, but of course they still have one pit stop remaining.
Yeah, but he's leading by currently 18.6 seconds to William Levesque, who has done the second pit stop. And they're leading Mac Backham now by 26 seconds. No, actually leading by 26.8 seconds to Mac Backham. So that gap is nowhere enough unless they're just taking a splash of fuel at the end. But if they take a splash of fuel, that might be enough. It's not going to be close. I mean, Fraser is basically beta testing some weirdest strategy. I mean, if you're talking about a 6-hour race or like naturally in a 24-hour race, you can pretty much do anything you want in a strategy-wise. I mean, pretty much anything. For 12-hour race, pretty much the same thing. For 6-hour race, you have some tricks at your disposal, but for a 3-hour race, doing like an extra pit stop splash strategy is somewhat weird, I would say.
And Virtual Racing tried this strategy at Road Atlanta, didn't work.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you just can't make up the ground in 3 hours. I mean, the extra driving through the pits alone, even if you didn't take anything, you just drive the pit lane speed through the pits, and that's it. You would still lose like 15 seconds.
Yeah, Narcontigo is coming into the pits.
Now I'll be watching Gale Force because they were catching a lot.
Yeah, and I was watching, following that Pulp Friction car, which is one of the funniest names in the world. So Pulp Friction car with Frederick Evers behind the wheel, and he was following David Alexis Jordan easily, really easily. Would have overtook had he not been multiple laps down.
Oh, Jesus Cecilia is popping in, so I'd say Gale Force has no chance.
Jesus is here.
Tapani?
I think we should send Jesus Cecilia to Kota because he's the only one who can walk. Yeah, you got the joke.
They are already kayaking on the pit lane, so.
Jonas, that was bad. That was very bad.
You're laughing.
Jesus is taking tires.
I'm always laughing at bad jokes.
And they missed it. Gale Force overtook.
Yeah, by a mile.
Yeah.
And they actually lost to Alexander Voss as well. 49.6 seconds. Yeah. Alexander Voss is 3 seconds ahead of him. And now also it seems like 49.6 second pit stop for Jesus. Alexander Voss did a 48.8 second pit stop, and Matt Busa did 44.8 second pit stop. And by the way, Dark Contigo also did a third pit stop.
So, Jonas, what is the ultimate survivor endurance drink in the morning of endurance races?
Karjala.
Is your name Jonas?
Everyone's name is Jonas.
Yeah.
Oh, Jonas.
Everyone's name.
Oh,
to be honest, everyone's name starts with a J here. We have Joni, 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 and Jones.
JP, by the way.
Yeah, JP. JP from PS5. So, what is my favorite drink, survival drink? I'm assuming you're referring to the Masters Endurance Spa 24 hours. So that would be coffee with some energy drink and mix some milk in it and some sugar as well.
Oh yeah, that thing.
That is actually no. In a 4 deciliter cup of coffee cup, empty cup.
Battle for B15, good fight for B15. We have Dado Opacha, Keika Shube, and Gilberto Miglioranza fighting for P15. And actually, they were almost 3 wide.
Ah, P15.
P15, dude.
Man, Gilberto lost a lot of time in T2.
They're really pushing into turn 4 right here.
So
trying to force him into bad. Actually, the rough is forced into very bad line now. He surely is going to get a bad exit out of here. And even if the BMW is lacking straight lines, yeah, but still the BMW is very close as you go into the next braking zone. So
won't be able to make it.
No, yeah, won't be able to make it here, but wait for 2 corners and he actually might be able to make it. Because Roth is really sliding all over the place now.
F1 fanatic, how did you know? Well, I don't.
Well, one is leading us for a bad strategy.
Yeah, true.
Not necessarily a bad strategy if they take the splash of fuel.
Yeah.
But if they don't take the splash of fuel, that's the worst possible strategy in history.
Whoa! Dado what's going really wide on
now the
position's
gone.
Meanwhile, I'm not even gonna try that. Trust Mr. Mivano Black has lost 2 positions within the space of a lap and is now losing a lot of time to both.
Guys,
Gilberto Miglioranza.
What does warp mean?
Gilberto Miglioranza.
Gilberto Miglioranza.
What? Warp?
Yeah. What is the abbreviation of?
Waste a race.
We are real players.
Really?
I have actually no clue, but I think warp is just, warp racing. It's not an abbreviation of anything.
Warp means we are racing Porsche.
But that's not a Porsche.
But that is a violation of the EA exclusivity deal, of which only Forza Motorsports can breach and thus be dissolved.
I thought that was already over.
Nothing is over. Nothing is over.
What if a warp is a warp? I mean,
what if they have a warp?
What if they have a time warp?
Yeah, what if they have warp drive in their car and they go into hyperspace?
Thank you, Mr. F1 fanatic. I didn't know the red line was here.
Yeah, but I mean, even in the 1985, they only needed 88 miles per hour to get to the warp speed. And these guys are doing like 100 and what, 60, 70? So they actually should be able to travel through time right now.
Trying to overtake me, one.
But they're probably running out of plutonium.
He did overtake me, one.
Right now on track, Forza Honda Simsport is leading F1 Fanatic, but they're on an interesting strategy. So the on-track leader is, after they pit, the leader will most likely be Inex Racing Yellow with Jake and PJ Sturges. I believe PJ has to be driving right now. And King of Chin's Josh Chin being too drunk for this shit is absolutely alright. We are sober, but never mind.
By the way, 4Racer started in P4. They're currently driving in the lead. 18.7 seconds to Inex Racing Yellow, 26.7 seconds
P10,
to Radicals Online GT1.
P10?
Yeah, P10. Dirk Reinhardt
yeah,
is
Sebastian is getting the job done.
Yeah. Oh my god!
you almost missed what I did.
I clicked and then noticed.
But yeah, 4Racer started in P4 and they are currently leading. So even if they have to make a splash, they still will be. Yeah, it's going past.
Yeah,
still.
got the.
Don't interrupt me for Christ's sakes.
You've got the aero damage from the crashing down too.
Still 4Racer should finish in the top 3 because Inex Racing Red is minute 18.5 behind them. So Yeah, I mean, smart strategy if they end up like picking up one position from when they started, sure. Could they have had a better chance of finishing higher with a normal strategy? Maybe. I mean, what do you guys think?
Well, if you're gonna try it, you might as well try it in this race.
It's too early to tell. Depends on when they need to pit.
But I think once they got past Dark and Digo, I think their pace would have been enough to at least get the battle right to Radicals and Anarchists in yellow, even without that freaky strategy. I guess it's worth a shot. Or that, or they just wanted 4 drivers instead of 3 drivers to give it a shot.
Maybe, but I mean, yeah, I mean, using the 4 drivers actually might be a good issue, but Renz's last lap was 122.8. William Levesque behind him is doing 122.5s. So the splash of fuel strategy is not paying off right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Where did they finish in the first race? Did Kona win it?
I don't think they won it. Actually, a good question. Actually, a very good question. I'll have a look at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, before Forager Honda Simsport pits, we right now have 4 cars on the lead lap. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the Forager Honda Simsport number 18, Inex Red Yellow, Radicals Online GT3 number 1 squad, and Inex Red.
Yeah, Forager Honda Simsport finished second in that first race, gathering 322 points. Radicals Online GT3 won the race with 4/10 of a second.
I mean, I thought I asked, but I don't know. How many inks did Radicals Online GT3 1 have in the first race?
24.
They weren't even close.
Yeah, Macum had like 14 and Jeremy took 10.
Yeah, this race the incidents would be not that big of a problem because we got overcast weather.
Yeah.
So, we have a question in the chat from OneFanatic21. Anyone know how to get the stream to audio only? Do you have an answer for
that? Not really. I mean, you can...
Why would anyone want to listen to us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that you would want to mute and just look at the video. Well,
yeah.
But maybe he's so drunk that he actually wants some like bad entertainment. I'm not sure.
How drunk are you? How drunk can a human being get? And this is coming from Finn.
Yeah, but we haven't been in Russia. Those guys really know how to get drunk.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a hurry because they're in Russia.
I mean, we have no idea what we are doing and somebody wants to listen to us. I mean, how
pretty
drunk
much.
must you be?
But maybe they are trying to just listen to us, like, so they are subconsciously trying to pick up some secret to become super fast alien Finn.
Yeah,
that's with one end. That's with one end.
Only go look up one of my forum posts and click the download the greenpacks.exe here.
Yeah, that's coming from Yellow that he has like greenpacks.exe in his signature. Meanwhile, mentioning Russia, I think somewhere Vladimir Putin is screaming. Okay, so Mac Backham is behind the wheels in Radicals Online GT3 number 1 car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kaikki muut löi drivin Vladimir Putin. That was pretty much as bad of a Finnish joke as you could possibly get.
I think it works in English too.
I'm actually a bit surprised.
No, actually
3 BMWs and 1 Ford in top 4.
Actually, it does. Everyone else is in the boat range is driving Vladimir Putin.
Everyone is driving for Vladimir Putin. Okay, so
pudding. You make it sound like pudding. He's eating.
Yeah. Nathan, they are trying
Vladimir
something weird.
Putin and watches love Yuku.
What is love?
Baby, don't love.
They are trying something really
Watch
weird.
Watch love, baby, don't burn me. That sounds like... I'm sorry, but I was reminded of Slava Voinov right now. And
Must
if
say
anyone...
that Alexander was got a big sideways moment on the turn 7. But
And
nothing special.
Kinda stops.
And only to answer your question, we have been like riddling that for like an hour and a half. We have no idea why the strategy. I mean, if you look at the driver roster, they started with Jorn Jens, switched to Klaus Kivegas, now they switched Renz Brockman, and now it's Jorn Jens again. So
yeah.
they have been fielding 3 drivers, but they made 3 pit stops. That just doesn't make any sense.
And they are in P3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy P3, but I mean, again, it's a 40-second pit stop. Yeah, 40.7 seconds. So
they actually took a full tank of fuel.
And
so
interestingly enough, Slenderman doesn't run.
Yeah, it's like they gained 10 seconds in the pits, but they lost 30 seconds by doing it.
Yeah.
So now they have
they did
28.7 seconds to catch the McBackum.
Yes, and for Racel Panda didn't take any tires.
But McBackum is only showing 1 pit stop in my window. It has to be wrong. In my telemetry screen, it says Radicals Online has only stopped once.
Wyatt Gooden stopped on lap 46. Then he stopped on lap 89.
Yeah.
And then it's been McBackum for all the way in. So this is their last thing.
So we have a fight in P18.
Yeah, Wim Stockman and Keeper
and
something.
P8 and P7. Jesus Cecilia has now caught Alexander Voss, and he actually is lapping very fast.
Yeah, and Bakum is lapping that fight for P number 17. P number 18, sorry, between Wim Stockman and Roberto Miglaranza. McBackum is right now between them.
Yeah, Wim Stockman was able to pass Gilberto Miglaranza on the front straight or front bend.
Man, Jesus is lapping real hard, real fast.
Jeesus on tulessa.
Jesus is fighting really hard.
But is he making incremental backups? Kind of be like we're just making it fair, yeah.
Actually, they have nothing to make fair because they didn't win the last race by like a ownage. They actually finished 2nd. So they actually have something to gain in this race. But speaking of this race, by the way, I could have a look at the latest strength of field of this race, which should be now accurate because everyone should have done their own pit stops. Strength of field currently is 5,353. So according to the estimate,
said the same in last race.
According to the estimate, this should provide a winner about 346 points. That will decrease a little bit, I would say. I think the reality in the end is going to be somewhere near 5,200.
Diesel 66613. We started speaking about Russia because I don't remember. I made a stupid pun, I think.
Because of the drinking, or how those drunk you have to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
F1 Fanatic is drunk. So is King of Chains, aka just Shing, however you say it.
So even if Finnish guys are drunky by default, I mean, even us cannot like possibly match like the Russian. If Russians get drunky, they are like wow.
Way out there.
Endless barrels.
Guys, can I shoot you a question?
Well, gonna ask me anyway, so.
Yeah. Are we going to see red line blue in the next race?
You mean the Sunday race?
Yeah.
Most likely so, but that's probably their last like motivational shot. Fnatic, my forum ban is up for next Tuesday.
And he will be allowed to post for 1 day, and then he will be banned again.
Yeah, most likely.
For making a lag switch joke.
Yeah, I'll probably make another joke, like a simple joke, public joke for some Brazilian guy. He's gonna protest me and I'm gonna be banned for 2 months again. But yeah, I had a 1-year ban from the 9/11 bullshit, and then when that got revoked, I made a comment for a guy called Martini concerning a lag switch joke, which, no, he's not using lag switches, but he thought that people were using lag switches, and that's why I threw the joke at him. And that joke got him to protest me because of that, and that protest got me a 4-week suspension from the forums.
Oh, Diesel is from Russia. Diesel is from
No,
Russia.
actually, I didn't send him any flowers. I was actually surprised that it was like a permanent ban or something.
So, Diesel is actually from Russia. So, and we've been insulting Russia for the last half an hour. Please don't invade us.
We have a fight in P20 to E22.
The Russians will not dare to invade Finland as long as we have Johanna Tukiainen in here.
Oh my
True.
god!
Because they are worried that they might be infected.
Just Google Johanna Tukiainen.
Yeah,
Don't.
but I think FM Rivera is really like that was a funny that was a funny incident in the forums. I mean, I was accused of witch hunting because that guy couldn't read. That was
No, that was Kyle.
No, yeah, that might, yeah, me and Kyle did it.
So, anyway, we have fight for P
Not
number
PXO.
20. P number 20. We're actually talking about the motor race here, can you believe it? So, Trinity Motorsport Blue is driving currently in P number 20 with Harald Stadler behind the wheel. Sven Demo in the Red Evolution Race One machine is driving in P number 21, and Blake Coco in Evolution Racing Australia GT3 car is driving, actually a GT3 car, is driving a GT3 car in the GT2 team in P number 22. So that is a battle that's been heating on for a couple of laps. Harald Stadler is doing 24.2s, and Sven Demble also 24.2, so they're matching per lap times right now. And Blake Coco has caught up with them.
Dark Contico is really going for it. And Jonas in the chat, more Jonas.
Oh, Jonas.
Going, oh.
Yeah, Jesus is basically burning his tires now for doing like pointless like peaks. I mean, he was way too far behind to even get a reaction from the driver.
Oh, we really did.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I'd say the best
Definitely
point
to start Molu gear now and
is to get a good exit out of T4.
He need to wait to get the opportunity with traffic or a mistake from boss.
Yeah, he's pushing out of the corner.
Fanatic, what videos of Jonas are you watching? His like 24/7 bedroom videos? You get like 3 euros a month. That's a pretty affordable porn.
Yeah, but there's no action.
Yeah.
What?
That's hilarious.
It's just like my bedroom. No action here too.
Yeah, absolutely nothing going on. I could actually rent my bedroom as a library. It's that bad.
Did you watch the Red Line Hanatech video? The Racing Expo?
No.
Oh.
Good. You need to watch how drunk Olli is.
Oh! Olli Pakal drunk. No way!
I would like to say something, but I'm not gonna.
I
The
think
driver
that's
was
probably
very
a good
drunk,
shot.
yeah, and also very thirsty and very drunk, so we had to give him some drink.
F1 Fanatic, link down below.
Sebastian Job spun and hit the wall. Missing his front hover, like I said. It's not
Diesel, are you referring that the simulator sounds, the car sounds are too loud compared to the commentators?
That's how I read that thing.
Because if so, I can turn the simulator down a little bit.
Yeah, do that because I noticed actually I forgot to mention that to you now that we are 2.5 hours in the stream. But I noticed that too watching the stream early on, I noticed that it was tad too loud, a little bit too loud, not much. So the sound balance,
Okay.
sound balance is a bit off.
I put like 20% down.
Because not like they need to hear the car engines anyway. So
There's something is brewing up with Dark Antico and Core. They are passing a traffic lap car. I'm thinking something's brewing up here.
yeah, instead of a bunch of more.
Yeah, so we have been watching these guys for like 15 minutes, but...
I see. I have to stream. Ah, too easy for them.
Wow!
I will say
really
that-
close to Alexander
Yeah.
Bosch.
Jesus will
But-
burn his front tires diving corner to deep.
Is he trying it?
Jesus
Bring
will
it,
get
he
crucified
got
if he wrecks.
He got
Come
the
on,
right.
and here he
trying
goes! Right to the inside. Jesus Cecilia, and he
Oh,
doesn't
oh,
make it stick yet. Too wide, going in that second right-hander. And Jesus Cecilia still has the inside and makes it stick wide.
Alexander lifts.
Yeah, Alexander had to lift her a little bit. He didn't want to go there too wide, and I cannot blame him at all.
That's a wise move.
Yeah, that is a wise move. That is almost a wise move.
Yeah, he would have crucified Jesus if he had like gone too wide through there.
Yeah. So Alexander Ross is right now driving behind Jesus Cecilia of the Dark Indigo Racing Team, and Dark Indigo is right now in P7.
Thanks, Johnny. I have the image of crucifying Tapani.
So.
Because if you refer to Jesus, I always think of him.
So also Battle for P20, if we can switch our focus to that now that the Battle for P6 has concluded for a while at least. Or P number 7 rather. So
Black
we have,
Popo is doing it.
as I said earlier, Harald Stadler of Trinity Motorsports Blue and Sven Demmel and Blake Koppel are fighting for P number 20 furiously towards Steve McLaren. So
Going for
Blake
T2.
Koppel goes to the inside in turn number 2 and makes it stick. Whoa. Hammers the brakes absolutely and takes the position from Sven Demmel.
No,
So-
Cecilia is not on his own in that team. He has had, sorry Jonas, Jesus
Jordan.
has had, yeah, David Alexis Jordan driving with him through this race.
So, looking at this season and David
And they're
Alexis
not
Jordan's
allowed to.
efforts, he is
They're
pretty
not
much
allowed
alone.
to do the single race anymore. If he had driven the whole 3 hours all by himself, he would get disqualified from the race and get 0 points.
There was actually
This season they raised the minimum requirement so that you actually have to have 2 drivers doing the fair share.
Tapani is one of the kindest guys you ever gonna know. And the Dark
Tapani
Antico...
doesn't look like a guy who would crucify someone. Tapani actually looks like someone who actually gets someone crucified on the wall by just staring at him.
That is true. That is true.
Dark
Tapani-
Antico actually
Tapani
had
is
the
one of the nice
incident
guys
at
ever.
Road
I mean,
Atlanta
he's just-
where Jesus did
He's-
to great
Just imagine
extents.
putting like
I'm
some
not imagining pudding.
white mascara on Tapani's face, put him in a dark alley and just like wearing like a robe or something and just wait until some guy just walks by him. He will never go to church again after seeing that vision.
Yeah, I mean...
Thanks for putting that in my head.
I saw Jesus in my alley.
I saw... That is a double-ended threat. That has to be a double-ended threat.
He just stared right at me from the alley and said racing incident.
The stewarding, Jesus. And the funny thing is that he is actually one of the stewards in the Finnish American Championship. Tapani Innaluoto, that is. So, hello to Tapsa if you're watching. Yeah, and Tapsa is one of the nice guys you ever meet, as I said. He's your friendly neighborhood kid.
Yeah.
And he's always making pea soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Blake Koppel has now got past the other guy, Sven Demmel, for that P number 21, and now catching Harald Stadler for P number 20. And Koppel is really pushing it on. We saw that late break on Sven Demmel, who himself is not exactly a slow racing driver, and now he's trying to catch Harald Stadler and Trinity Motorsports Blue. I must say, I'm looking at your car paint job right now.
It's awesome!
The first part was correct. It's all, but I will say it's full for the next one.
It
That-
got a polar bear, it must be good.
What an update on Quad.
It's a bit of a mess.
They were
It's a
stuck
bit
in
of a mess.
P3.
It's my favorite paint on the grid.
I mean, it has a polar bear, that's true.
The Quanda is lapping half a second a lap faster than McBackum, but they are running out of time. They had like 20 minutes in this race and they have 27 seconds to catch. But it will take them 54 laps with this pace to catch up, so no way enough time.
I think we're going to have a fight with Keika Schupe and Alexander Manea soon in P13. Like
More than
Kashupe is
What?
really pushing.
Kashupe and Manea?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kashupe is really pushing.
How the hell does that guy do
Oh
that?
yeah, my telemetry is...
1.2 seconds and last stop.
what do you mean? 123 flat when the top 4 are doing 122 fours?
No, not that. He's just, you know, catching and passing everybody. I mean, it's always Keika Schupe and... He's a guy who's driving for Falcon GP. And let's just see his teammate of Keika Schupe.
Marcel Wiemers.
Yeah, Marcel Wiemers, and... Man, he is one guy who could benefit from being part of a bigger team, perhaps. Keika Schupe, that is. But if he enjoys being part of that, it's alright, but I mean... He is always fast and always doing really good job. I already said it in Atlanta, and I will say that now again. I mean, Keika Schupe is someone who is... Just you just notice, the fast guy on the track. That's K. And I
Why are
it's
you?
okay to be K.
Why is F1 Fanatic asking about Klaus's bathroom breaks? Is this something
Did he do
I don't
it
know?
on his engineer during a what?
No, actually, I think Klaus Kives dropped one in the pit stop.
Oh! 8 passing.
Falcon is going.
And yeah, Keika Schupe is overtaking Alexander Romania
was
straight
really
from
easy.
move in the main straight.
So P13 for Kashuba, and actually...
It's not a straight, goddammit.
And
Well-
Diego Comuni is ahead of him, the next one, but he's so far ahead that I don't think even Diego Schupe is gonna catch him. Well, I don't know. We still have 25 minutes and the gap is around 20 seconds. 15.
So looking at the
I doubt
gains
it.
and losses in this race, like top 2 are where they started at, but Garcontigo lost 4 positions, Apex Racing lost 5 positions, Falcon GP has lost 5, but that's pretty much, you can't really count that as a lost 5 positions because that guy lost pretty much the entire field when he got disconnected right before the race starts. Yeah, then wait until we get to the next page, then you have real red going on there. 14 places for STC Motorsports, but when we go to Glacier Racing Trio there, yeah, there you have it, Glacier Racing 34 positions down. Woohoo! I'm the loser of the race. I'm the official loser of GT3.
Yes, you are. Also
Yeah.
of this race.
Tell me something we didn't already know.
I have no pubic hair.
That's something
so
I didn't
actually,
want to
I
know.
know. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Something
It's
I
true.
didn't already know.
I have white bread in my closet.
Who doesn't?
That is not a surprise.
How
actually,
did
I
you
don't
think that
have-
you're in the closet?
I have to think of something.
Some 15
no,
minutes left in the race and we are talking about grade.
I had Diet Coke today.
What?
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 Just kidding. You really think I would do that?
Yeah, I was thinking what?
If you are sick, you will drink Diet Coke, but if
I
you
wouldn't
are...
drink. I would be sick from drinking Diet Coke.
Yeah, but you will be like out of your mind if you drink the vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
But it's best ever.
So, Jörn Jens is now lapping Harald Stadler for the number 20.
There could be a pass to Coco to pass. Shut
Probably give some airtime to the top 3 as well, because we haven't watched, like William Levesque hasn't been on the screen pretty much at all, and he's been, I mean, the Inex Racing yellow car has been at the front for 84 laps out of the 114 laps completed in this race, which is pretty remarkable achievement. I mean, the only part where Jorn Jens was leading for 27 laps was basically due to the short splash pit strategy, but
Yeah,
Levesque
pretty
has pretty
much
much,
too.
I mean, Inex Racing Yellow has pretty much dominated the race from start to finish.
Inex Racing full stop, actually. They have 3 teams in top 5.
True. I'm
Yeah,
actually surprised that...
Fanatic, all true. Everything you said was true.
I'm surprised
Especially-
yellow
You
You
doesn't
need
have
to
any
show them
animation.
for
Second one.
GT.
Especially
It's
the
the best.
second claim is especially is very true.
Meanwhile,
Clockwise
for
grill-
P number 16,
Yeah.
the battle
Oh.
for P number 16 is heating up as Dado Pachak in the work team, in the roof, is being caught up by under roof of Alexander Lacroix in the virtual racing yellow car. So
At
P
position
number 16,
20.
P number 17.
Position 20, Coppo is going for it.
Yeah, he was really close to leaving off the track on the last turn.
What a
Oh,
run for out of turn one.
oh.
Gonna push, he's gonna push! No.
He's Australian, he's not that bad.
One thing that might affect this
Come
battle is the
on,
net
dude!
code.
Push! Even mothers know how to do it. Push!
Well, sometimes looking at some of the drivers, I wish they would have forgot. So,
Yeah, Harald Stadler front tires are gone.
How do you know that?
I see it.
Well, they are still there. Black and brown
Yeah.
Pirelli.
Let's enjoy for a moment
Actually,
on
they
board
are
with
Michelin.
Evolution Racing Australia GT2 car.
it's funny that their car is GD2, but they're actually, well, you get it. And this is why most teams use team number or Evolution Racing Australia black, so to speak, would be. Redline Racing uses, Mivano uses, and Inex uses color-coded teams. Quande uses team numbers, and Glacier, for example, just uses team numbers as well. It's
We used
interesting.
to have color coding, but then the one team switched from Ford to McLaren.
Color-coded
No.
for your convenience.
There was
No,
color
actually,
coding.
everyone,
I'm wrong.
everyone was turquoise. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were they were planning on making the second McLaren silver, but there was basically no point.
Because they're too slow.
I almost beat Tapsa today. Almost.
But looking at the,
I almost lapped you.
I'm looking at the
Coppo going for
the
it.
current point standings
Who's
from
outside?
this week,
Whoa!
and
Man.
looking at the point standings right now, I mean, Inex Racing Yellow is about to grab something like 320 points from this race, and their previous points from this week is 267, so they are gonna get a pretty decent gain from this race if they manage to win this. We're talking about at least 60 points, so their average would, their total would climb up to 650, which would actually put them in front of Team Redline Black, which is pretty significant. Radical's online race GT3 has actually won their first race, so they are not going to improve. For Acer Quanta Simsport is in P2 322. That's actually going to be pretty nullified. They had like 325 from Road Atlanta, 322 from Brands Hatch, so no change there. But Inex Racing Red and Blue, Inex Racing Red has 276, so they actually might improve a little bit. They had 272 points from Road Atlanta, so that's a small improvement. What about Inex Racing Blue? I think they did pretty decently in Road Atlanta, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they
Yeah,
won one race.
They won the
those-
second Saturday race. I know that too well.
Yeah, I know you know.
Jesus is catching.
Oh yeah, there they are, 323 points.
Jesus is catching Matt Bussa fast.
So they are going
On
to
the
be in the
bottom
top 10.
six.
With that finish, they're going to be in the top 10 in the overall points after this race, I would say. Estimate, of course.
Yeah,
Jesus
Jesus
has 10
Cecilia is
minutes.
catching up to Matt Busa, and Matt Busa is gonna have his mirrors full of roof. Really pouring it on is Jesus Cecilia right now, 122.8 on the last lap, while Matt Busa did a 123.5. And it is a
Man,
roof
that's
versus a
waving.
BMW, and so it's gonna be quite a straightforward pass, or so we think. There's not many good overtaking locations, but if he's gonna do it either
And-
into turn number 1 or into that back straight.
And wow, Jon Onkala, that was like if your PC really crashed just as you pulled into the pits, that's pretty much a perfect timing right there.
Yeah, that's John. That's amazing.
Is it like, by the way, is it John or Jon? Which is close? Which is the correct? Or is neither one correct?
I'd say that's something that's really hard to ask.
I would guess it's Jon.
How about
I would guess, yeah, my guess would be Jon, but I mean...
Or Hon, since he's Spanish. Or from
Meidän
Iberia.
nyt hauki on perseestä oikeesti.
Mutta Puha on hyvä työntäjä.
Puha on hyvä työntäjä.
Puha ois kaljaa.
Se olisi kyllä aika hyvä.
I didn't even say anything about how
Elomaasta tuli silloinen kalamies siinä vaiheessa.
Yeah, Helma would be a happy camper. Jesus is really going for it.
Quick bet is,
he got a run now.
Yeah, but is Jesus gonna get crucified or not?
Probably
no.
not.
And Jesus Cecilia going for it. Round the outside and Matt Busa going into turn
That's
number
not gonna work,
right?
not gonna work against BMW. Would have worked against McLaren, but that's a bit of a cheeky move by Galeforce team there. I mean, he didn't block basically. Yeah, he didn't block, but he twisted his car to the right, making it look like he blocked. So that makes the rough think twice about pushing into the inside.
Yeah.
Actually, a smart move to do sometimes, but.
And leaving one car with to the inside.
Yeah,
around the middle
pushing
and
right really pushing right now.
yeah. Wow, Jesus Cecilia really pushing the gap, and that was not a clever move right there. Matt Busa is perhaps baiting Jesus Cecilia to try and make a stupid move. So
he's making a late break into turn 1 there. Is he gonna make a puhakka? Here he
No,
comes!
no.
Yes!
Oh, contact! He does puhakka! Oh, it's a semi-puhakka.
yeah, it's a semi-puhakka. He's still throwing it on, so it's not a full hard on.
Yeah.
And there goes Radicals.
Wow.
I didn't just say that out
did
loud, did I?
Did he take damage? He
Not
slowed down quite a
really.
bit. Did he take damage?
Not really. A dent in the front bumper there, but nothing really major.
Yeah. Nothing major.
Guys,
Probably.
But
we have 64 viewers.
hello.
Woohoo!
Hello to every
63?
64.
Are you
53 because
kidding me?
I'm one.
And yeah, thanks. So
Yeah,
John,
it went from
John,
40
John
to
is
64
closer.
like immediately, and then someone just came in and said, greetings from High from
JP.
D-Place. So I think we are being...
Less than 10 minutes to go.
Is Lammi actually rebroadcasting us? Yeah, I think it is because Axel is here.
There was
Hey.
that mini meet in Lammi this weekend.
But hey, Fnatic. now
Mini meet
since-
in Lammi.
Since there's so much rain in Austin, we actually could like merge Laguna Seca with Kota, because now we could actually put Rainy Curve into like Circuit of Americas.
Yes.
I didn't get this.
Didn't you
I know
really
you
see
didn't.
it coming?
Rainy curve. What?
Rainy Curve, Kota. Laguna
Turn 9
Seca's
in
Rainy
Laguna
Curve.
Seca.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know the names.
Yeah.
I just know that it's an awful
You suck!
track. There's a party at Solomons? Man, I'm in.
So we could have a tiny fight in P10 still, but I don't think it's going to be possible.
Whoa!
until-
Back Bakum in the wall! Back Bakum is in the wall and he was taken
Really?
the wall by Keiko Shube. Keiko Shube hit the grass on the braking of turn number 5 and trying to give room to Mac Bakum, and he spun from the grass and took Mac Bakum right into the wall from T number 2.
Why?
The Radicals Online car is out of the race, I think, out of running. He's trying to make it to the pits, but no, he has to stop into the infield grass. So Radicals Online is in the grass, in the wall, in the pit box, and out of the contention.
What the
They got-
hell?
They got 2 hours and 54 minutes, god damn it.
The funny part is that in my replay, it's not showing Keika Shube in the screen
Neither
at
in
all.
mine. He lagged
Not
out.
It's
Sorry,
just,
mine.
yeah, he lagged out. He's just,
And
it's just showing.
Kei Kasupe was crashed in turn 1 in this lap and missing the hood. So
Yeah,
Kei was,
I can talk you
damaged.
through what happened. I can talk you through what happened since you cannot see
So
the
now
replay.
he's riding hood.
So Keika Shube went into the left hand side on the back straight away, trying to keep room or something. He was really whole car length on the left. I don't know why, just trying to keep maximum room, vacuum or something. And when he applied the brakes, he just lost it and snapped to the